Bless you.
Chicago.
What's going on, everybody? Cali Death Podcast back once again, episode 183. I am your host, Anthony Trapani. As always, got some resident homies, got the full bunch with me tonight. Casey Howard, Joseph K, Joel Horner. What up, dudes?
Yo.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi. And tonight we are joined by the dudes from Teeth. We got Errol, Alejandro, and Justin. What's going on, dudes?
Yo, what's up?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, dude. We're gonna have a little party tonight. We haven't had a multi band member episode in a while, so I'm stoked on that. We get
Yeah, man.
I don't have to really worry about all the timelines. We're just gonna free for all this shit.
Dude.
Yeah.
And all right, let's
We could do expedited. We could do expedited timelines.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm basically saying I don't have to feel like I have to dig
Hot
in
and
on
ready,
one guy.
dude.
Oh, we got Murray. What's up, Murray? Been a
I'm
minute.
ready, dude.
Murdog in the house. Haven't seen you in a while, bro.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got Murray
Yeah.
up in here, dude.
Yeah,
Can you do the ads, Murray, for us?
yeah, Murray.
Yeah, Murray's ad.
He hasn't been here in a few weeks. As soon as he comes in,
Let's
you
do-
guys give him a job. Like, oh, dude, Murray's here, dude.
Don't,
Throw him on the
post,
payroll.
don't post to me.
On payroll.
Punch your time card.
Let Murray post the ads only.
I
Tonight.
think I don't
All
know
right.
if you heard us. So let's see.
We'll see what happens.
Either way,
3,
we're gonna
2.
2, 1. BattleForgeCoffee.com is where we want you guys to go to get your.
We both click it at the same time all the time, dude. That's fine.
I didn't
did the
click.
ads, dude.
I didn't
Oh.
click.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
Come on, go.
It was me.
Battle Forge Coffee. That's our friends' company. They not only make great coffee but great death metal. They get Dudes and Deeds of Flesh, our godfathers of the California death metal scene.
There it is. There it is.
There's the
Yeah.
dog. There's the dog. We
Just in
knew it
time.
was coming.
Just
Perfect
in time.
timing.
Let's
Well,
count
that's
how
a
many
fan
barks
right there.
will happen
That's a
on this
fan.
episode.
Caffeine is not really good for
Part
for
2.
dogs, so I don't think he's barking for the coffee.
You gonna bark?
Go over there, guys. It's a good company. We plug it every single week for free. No, they're not buying spots on this show. They're just our friends that make quality shit, and we want them to progress as a company. And so we decided to make them the first ad on every motherfucking show. Go get your coffee over there. GeneratorRehearsalStudios.com, Oceanside, California. That's where you will go if you're a SoCal musician that needs a jam space. That was me in the studio for the Servile Insurrection recording. For all you listeners, I just
That
popped
was-
in
that was
right there.
Generator. That's what it was.
That was,
That was the dinner.
at-
Yeah.
no, oh yeah, no, it wasn't at what was Zach's place called back then? Oh, Castle
Generator
Ultimate.
Rehearsal Studios. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Generator Rehearsal Studios. That's where it was at. All right, go there, get your jam on. CaliDeathPodcast.BigCartel.com. Get your shirts there, guys. Be our walking billboards.
Hell
We
yeah.
want- I'm being one right now.
Shout
I need to
out
swoop one up, man.
Mason Robinson for the first shirt order in a long time, and
Hell yeah.
I haven't been really pushing it.
It's the
I
first
know,
shirt
dude.
order this year.
in a while. Yeah, I'm
Sick.
scared. I'm scared to say in how long.
Break
But,
the cycle, dude.
I also didn't.
Yeah.
Sorry that I didn't see your order until like today.
Oh.
We'll send that
No,
shit
it
out.
was actually from January, but we just saw it today. So we're trying to-
No.
You got a slow turnaround. The word's getting out.
In reality, guys,
Shit.
it's a niche podcast with a very probably small percentage of people that would actually buy a t-shirt, but let's up the percentage, guys. Come on. I mean, I saw the
Well, we
riff,
could-
the
we
riff
could
was
advertise it more.
rocking our shit in Switzerland, dude.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Rocking
An
Cali Death,
international-
rock the hell.
International
The whiz
promotion
love.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, enough
Sick.
about us. Wait, do we have anything else, Professor? You got shows or other things? Nothing.
I mean, speaking of TVV, I'm playing the UK, Manchester, specifically next month. So that's my next show. So
Nice.
shout out Sam from Corpusocephalic Mutation for setting that one up.
You guys,
So you guys flew straight to Switzerland, or what airport did you fly to for that show?
Zurich. Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago or whatever, Memorial Weekend. Yeah, that was a fun one.
It's just in,
Living the high life,
Zurich.
dude. Just flying in for one
That's
big festival and then
insane.
fly out.
I know.
savage.
Have you guys done a fly out, Teeth?
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah,
New
we
York.
did the
Yeah.
Necro
Actually,
Fest.
in Philly.
And Philly, right? The Decibel
Nice.
Fest.
Philly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing overseas yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
It'll be soon in your future.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys want to talk about what you guys are working
Well,
on?
let's get their plugs and stuff too. Where do you guys want people to go online for info, merch, and stuff like that regarding you guys?
Yeah. I have the page up right here. It's teethband.bandcamp.com/merch. That's where you can get our stuff. We also have pre-orders for our new record up on translationloss.com. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
and then
there you go.
our Instagram is teethband. That's our handle. So
Is that
Nice.
right? I thought there might have been an extra dot in there. Did you say teeth.band?
no,
No,
it's
it's
just
just-
teethband.
okay.
One word.
Yeah.
Because there is
Cool,
an
man.
old band called Teeth, I learned, right? From another country, I think.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like
Four.
so many.
There's four.
Yeah, it's four.
Is there a band
You
called
guys-
Plenty.
Tooth yet?
There's 32 bands.
I was going to say, yeah, there.
Yeah, there's probably
Many.
32 of them at least.
32.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, there's a bunch of bands for every piece of your face. I'm sure there's plenty of noses. There's plenty of
Yeah.
ears,
Yeah, dude.
you know.
I mean, there might be 32, but there's way more disgorges. That's for sure. We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you sick band name would be? Incisor. Isn't that like one of your teeth? Isn't that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
incisor isn't
I
that
have-
like the
Oh, my
the canines or whatever?
God.
Yeah.
I actually have a goth kind of death rock band with one of my brothers, and he named it Deep Cavity, which is also somewhat
shit.
teeth related.
Just all
That's
mouth
cool.
related shit.
It's
dude.
fucking horrible, dude.
I have my dad was a dentist, and so like
Yeah.
spoiler alert, like we've been telling tooth jokes since I was like my dad had like bookmarks that were like giant teeth that were like wooden, like carved, like
Oh.
or, I mean not the bookmarks, I mean bookshelf thingies, whatever they're called.
Dividers.
Bookends.
Just tooth
Yeah.
my whole life.
Wasn't-
Tooth, everything. Yeah.
Tooth
Yeah.
decay like your password for some shit back in the day?
It
Oh,
was.
yeah,
So maybe on
totally.
some other
Yeah.
things. So shut the fuck up about that.
No, it's okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not still
Yeah,
using
just
the
use
same
that-
password.
Just
for
give
20
it out
years.
his password.
Yeah.
I used
thought that was
that
like
for a long time. I
Brian.
used like two. It's
What's
the
up,
two.
bro?
I don't want to say how we spelled it, but yeah, it was with
It was
it.
on the original. My
Wasn't that like your password for everything? Was like tooth decay?
It's still- it can't be.
Isn't that your password now? Like,
I know. Luckily, it's not.
Yeah,
It doesn't meet the
That's
size
my-
requirements nowadays. So
that's my
There we
last
go.
pass master password actually now. So
yeah.
Fuck, dude.
got all of them in there.
dude, yeah, I got
So-
some old tooth decay counts.
I actually went to the dentist on Tuesday, and that's where I made the
Oh,
flyer
yeah.
announcement post from. I was in the dentist chair, and I was like, teeth are coming
Yeah,
on.
dude.
yeah.
He
Fuck,
said
we should have uploaded that picture.
Yeah, dude, you
POV
should have like
pic.
took a selfie, dude. Like
No, there's
getting
a
ready
picture he
for-
put in here.
I
Yeah.
did take a picture. I'm like, I'm at the dentist's office right now. I just posted the
No,
flyer.
I just saw it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
So-
did. You
Yeah.
posted it. That's right.
Yeah,
Shit,
it's
cool.
funny,
I'm
dude.
sorry that you're at the dentist's office. That sucks every time.
every time.
Was it a
There you
cleaning?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing serious. Just the 6-month checkup from
Nice.
the
Yeah.
last one, which was
Sick.
serious. So
Yeah,
All
same.
Have you guys heard the band fucking Enamel? You check them out.
Is there a band called
Is there
Nam?
really?
I could see like a sludge or doom band being called Molar.
Yeah.
No,
but I-
That'd be
But I
good,
have
dude, yeah.
I have heard
Dark
the band
Molar.
the Sepultura album Roots. What's up, dude?
Yeah. You know what? There's a really sick jazz fusion record called Extraction that has Dennis Chambers and Greg Howe.
Fuck.
And
Extraction.
I think, anyways, yeah, they just a picture of a dude getting an extraction. That's the album cover. It's
Oh, yeah.
fucking so cheesy, so 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Hell yeah.
I mean, teeth are painful. You know, it does. You know, like I have like my wisdom teeth are coming in. And they've been telling me my whole life to get them out, and like about 2 months ago, they just decided to like shoot down like super fast, and I was like, I couldn't even fucking think. I was in such crazy pain. I'm like,
Yeah,
still like, no, dude, I don't want to get rid of them. Fuck you. I don't know what.
I'm gonna
just
lose
because
my
now
wisdom.
well, it's like
Fucking
they're
brutal.
old enough now where it's like they tell you like if you get rid of them when you wait too long, it's like fucking surgery. It's like 10 times harder. Now I've like gone way over the line now, and I'm just like I don't want to deal with that, dude. Can we not?
Yeah.
Can we just not
It's
deal with
surgical
it?
no matter what. It's surgical no
Yeah.
matter what. I got all four
I
done
think-
at the same time. I became a chipmunk for a week
This is
and
the
a half.
tooth post.
Yeah.
So
So did
it's
I.
a teeth post from the dentist chair. It's got him just sitting right there.
Well, if you think about
It was
being
bleak.
a scary death metal
That's right.
band, like there's so many nightmarish situations involving teeth. You
Yeah.
know, you say the
Yeah.
word
Yeah.
teeth, most people are going to think about horrific dentists office situations that they've been in the past, or
Yeah.
grinding your teeth in your sleep causes teeth related nightmares, teeth falling out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I mean,
have
it's
this
just a
no,
pretty
sorry, go
visceral
ahead.
word in general. Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
just-
I mean, they're in nature. They're used literally to tear things apart.
It's actually one of the
Yeah.
more metal band names now. When I think about it. Like more
It's
like
like-
badass, like teeth. It's like fucking. They hurt.
Yeah.
They kill. They like do everything that's like I don't know. And if you chip
When
one, you're
it's
like ah.
necessary
Like-
for
They
Looking
show
out here.
in nature. You show your teeth to
What about those people that shape their
to-
teeth like?
to size people up. Like, oh, you want to fucking go?
show them your grill, dude.
Show
And
'em
the
your
logo-
exposed bones, dude.
The logo is really sick, and I mean,
Yeah.
my band, The Last of Lucy, definitely just ripped off your logo when we had ours redesigned for God form. I'm pretty sure
That's cool,
Gad-
dude.
Gad.
No,
just
I'm
said-
about it, dude. I'm
Yeah.
about it.
Did you guys
Hell
see
yeah.
that and think about that? Because Gad was like,
No,
"Yeah, make
no.
it like."
I could
teeth."
kind of see the shape. Yeah.
I can pull it up
No.
from our
Oh
album.
yeah, there's Big B. Sick.
The-
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
can- yeah.
I mean, yeah, like it kind of has the same like shape, you know.
The
But
symmetry of
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, yeah,
Metal logos.
Sour.
yeah.
It's a little toothy. It's a little toothy.
we just said it. Make it look like wormholes and teeth's logos. I think were the two we
yeah,
wanted combined or whatever. So, yeah.
yeah. That's, I mean, yeah.
Tooth hole.
But talk about the record coming out. You dropped a single called Prison, and we all listened to it. It's really fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
Who wants to go first? You go first.
What do you want to know?
What's the name of it, and when does it come out?
Justin.
Oh, okay.
Let me bring
Well,
this
it's,
bitch up. Let me bring this shit up.
it's-
Hold up.
I think the name of the album's The Will of Hate, and it's coming out, I think, August.
So digital's out August 30th, and then vinyl's coming out it's shortly after November. Sorry, not November. September 13th.
Okay, cool. So he has all the info there.
There it is.
Yeah, it's called.
Yeah, it's called The Will of Hate, and it's been a fun process recording this one.
Yeah.
What could you what kind of stylistic have you made any changes? Are you kind of keeping along the same tooth?
I think there are some.
Sorry.
I think there are some stylistic changes. I think this is definitely one of our more brutal outings.
Nice.
Sonically, I think the dissonance is still there, and the teeth stuff that we do is still there, but it's very much more in like a focused and brutal direction this time, you know. So it's going to be familiar, but also different. That's so fun.
Nice. You know, one of the most brutal Animosity songs was Tooth Grinder. Now that I think about
Yeah, yeah.
Great song.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Homies.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We had a lyric on devouring. I think it's tobacco by where tooth cuts through bone. That was a good
Yeah.
one.
We can't get off the teeth thing,
Or-
dude.
come on,
We-
yeah,
we've
no,
had
you
shit
wanna-
that's
yeah,
like-
This is the thing.
It's
I think
it's everywhere.
Alright,
dude.
I think
So anyway.
everybo's blowing their load. They need to
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
spread them out a little bit because I'm
Tooth
sure.
has been an inside joke
I'm-
with our
I'm-
band for like 20 years, so it's hard to like just not like talking about teeth.
When am
and
I supposed to
tooths and stuff.
not bring it up? I can't help myself.
No, I
Dude,
know.
you guys can joke about teeth the entire time. I don't give a shit.
I know, but
Only
we don't want to
Anthony
run
cares.
out either. Something's got to
That's
pop up later on. We do these for like 2 or 3 hours. Do we got to have some tooth jokes in the third hour or something?
Getting a little long in the tooth. Let's keep it.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry. All right, we're done.
Holy molar, dude!
Yeah.
Holy
But
moly.
no, I mean on that evolution of the sound, it's like I did a dive, like a listen through the discography this week, and it was definitely cool hearing the transition, especially with the full length in 2019, the
Curse of
entropy.
Yeah,
Curse of Entropy.
Entropy.
And right there it got more like technical dissonant death metal rather than more just dissonant death metal. And it was like, this is the teeth I've known about since I first discovered you guys, and this is kind of the style I'm more familiar with, which stands out a little more to me than other disso bands or whatever. So I love the direction it's going. It's like really cool to see it evolve. It's been really sick, so I'm really stoked on the new one. And I think you guys do sound sick when you're brutal. I mean, every time it's like just a fucking blast beat like as fast as Alejandro can play on the ride cymbal, I'm just like, fuck yes, like keep going. Like that's the stuff I really gets me, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's definitely.
There's
the
one thing I
key.
actually do remember about you guys, and I think it was not to bring it into gear nerd talkery, but did one of you guys have like an Omega amp or something? Or
We both do,
Like some,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
both.
yeah. Because I remember me and this other dude who's a fucking he plays in that band Warship. Is like he just has like the most expensive like kind of
Josh!
sludgy. Yeah, Josh. Me and Josh were sitting there, and I'm like, does he have a fucking Omega? I've never seen one in person. Like, because I always see those things like the wood cover and like, and so you guys are like geared tone fucking
that's
nerds, right?
Rolly. That is
Yeah, yeah.
Rolly's question.
Is that a
Yeah.
head you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like one of the more like I've just heard about it, but I've never
An
actually seen one or
Omega
heard one in
is the
person.
brand or is it the model?
Yeah, it's actually I think the owner or the sound guy or something for Slipknot or something
Whoa.
is the one who created that company, is what I remember watching on some like gear, because I watch all those gear breakdowns and shit, rundowns and stuff, and he was saying that his guitar tech or something created Omega, and it's like pretty much like the high end. So how much did you pay for that?
It wasn't
Omega.
cheap.
It wasn't cheap. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was like 25, something
Oh,
like
whoa,
that.
okay. I thought they were like in the $5 or
Yeah.
$6 realm. One of those
No,
like
not
boutique
that bad,
heads.
but still
Okay.
not. Still a good
Yeah.
dent.
Yeah, yeah.
You had to sell a couple
Exactly.
teeth to buy it, but it's cool.
but
What
But,
is-
yeah, they're pretty sick. They
Yeah.
we kind of got it because we do these dense chords. We take a bunch of notes and shove them at each other, and that's kind of the core of our aesthetic, you might say.
Mhm.
But those amps are really, even if you push them really hard, they maintain clarity, like pushed very far. So
Yeah.
we and they have like a really good bite to them, no pun intended.
Oh.
And so that's kind of why we opted to get them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's really good. You guys sounded I had to, because I saw the room, obviously in that Vets Hall room, which is very bouncy. So I was like, all right, they got Omega amps. I gotta stand in the very front now because I want to make sure it doesn't bounce around the room for someone to hear them. They sounded fucking. I was like, I think Joseph was the one telling me like these guys are like fucking sick and like these guys are up and coming. You gotta check them out. You did that with 2 bands that have been awesome so far, Zoth and now Teeth, where I was like, all right, well I'll go check it out.
Zoth is
And
great.
yeah, man, I was like,
The
I'd
shout
never
out
heard of
to
them, and Joseph was like, there's a show down in SC if you want to go. It's pretty sick. And I went there and I was like, whoa, it's like a fucking battle guitar performance the whole time. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
But you guys too had this really kind of dissonant, just heavy like grind teeth grindy
Yeah.
Go
but
ahead,
like,
dude. Go ahead.
I can't
Nah,
stop.
dude. It's starting to
Um,
become a competition, dude. Now I'm starting to. That's all I'm
Definitely.
thinking about.
Well, it's weird how many things like when you like grind and certain things like that like become like teeth related. Like you can't
Mhm.
Right,
like
you
everything. There's all these terms we use for
Well, isn't
especially
that-
bite. Like it has a good bite to the amp. Like it's like all
No,
these
it's
things that
true.
we say all the time. It's all teeth related.
And that's maybe that's why it's called a grindcore. It's like grind your teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. It's just fucking people on speed, fucking grinding their
Oh, yeah. It's a little darker, but yeah, you know, I can see that. Yeah. Not far off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh,
But like
fuck.
on that the cabs is like other side of the equation, I remember Teeth just being like this is a full stack band. Like this is no like 2x12 little tech death band. You know, you guys have your big
Oh,
amps,
no.
which is really sick, and you guys are loud as hell.
Yeah, dude. This
So it's
shit's
kind of
brutal.
scary to play like after you. I think I forget if you came on after us and just like were heavier or before. Probably like after, but it was just like okay, this is like a fucking show, you know. So
Sick.
You got a frozen.
Yeah.
Was he frozen? Okay, well, I wasn't sure if it was my
Yeah,
computer.
It's,
Was
it's
I-
fucking brutal battling
Yeah.
those amps.
Okay.
yeah,
That's I mean, so you guys must be
Uh,
pretty strong then too. Like you gotta fucking carry like heavy equipment everywhere. I remember like back in the day touring with like full stack bass cabs and stuff, and like they'd be like, "All right, dude, you get the bass stuff," and I'd like fucking have to like carry those up like 15 flights of stairs and shit, and
Oh,
and like
man.
I would come home and like people would be like, "Damn, dude, you like look stronger," and I'm like, "I'm thinner," and I'm like, I drank every day. And I ate garbage, but I was fucking lifting out heavy ass shit constantly, you know.
Yeah, I had to help you
So-
carry that goddamn thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
and then
Peter's
actually,
job.
I ended up becoming like super lazy with it, and I just was like, we were playing like doing a full summer slaughter tour, and I was like, I'm just gonna plug this pedal and go straight to the house. It's just like, like not even. I was over it, dude. I was,
Was that
like,
Sans
the
amp?
SWR?
Yep, Sands up. Oh, the SWR was one that was the Megalith, and then I had a Ampeg 810, I think.
Oh, the Ampeg 810 cabinet, like it wasn't.
Yeah,
too-
yeah.
Oh, that's
That
what.
thing
Yeah.
sucked.
God damn
Isn't
it.
that
I
what
remember.
Peter uses?
Yeah.
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 I mean,
Like the standard.
it
It's
makes
yeah,
sense.
it's a
No, they
standard.
fucking sound bad. I'm just kidding around, dude. They're
Just
awesome,
like as far
but-
as like carrying them, like.
But can't you just
fucking-
get the
Yeah.
2.4s? Like,
Well, remember the
doesn't sound as good or
they
something.
have like a 100 watt, 150 watt tube head, Ampeg tube head. I don't know. Does he use that too, or does he use the rack mount one? Because the tube one is like 200 pounds. Like it's like literally,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
one of the worst
crazy.
heads. It's the most heavy head I think I've ever carried in my life. That thing gets you fucking bulky. Sorry. Anyways,
The SVT Classic, or
yeah, I think it's the SVT Classic, 150
Yeah.
watt tube
Yo,
head.
yo, what's
yeah,
up,
that's what
man?
he uses.
Okay, yeah.
You guys are all just like buff now from carrying all your equipment. You're like, yeah, it's whatever. I put it over my shoulder. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
You guys, you gotta do it, man.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
let Alex win.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
anyone
they're trying to.
Yeah.
You gonna let them win?
Nah.
It's funny hanging out with people like Josh Espinoza from Worship too. He'll just sit there, just
Oh,
like
yeah.
we'll go see like a show with him. He'll be there and he'll be like, someone's got like a digital amp and they're like a stoner rock band or a doom band. He's like, fucking
Yep.
pieces of shit.
Yeah. No, you need tubes, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's you want tubes, but I don't think you need them because your back matters too.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck up your back. Get stronger.
Nah.
That's
It's
awesome.
You can
sick,
just you can still play guitar bent over like a goblin for the rest of your life, dude.
Definitely, dude. Yeah, there's give and take.
Yeah.
It actually looks kind of sicker, but you know, later on at the end of the career, it's
Yeah, yeah.
shit. So let's start grinding again.
Oh, there
right.
it is.
Back to the grind. So
It's on the tip of his tongue.
Who's been around since the beginning?
Oh, it's them
Me and
two.
Justin.
All right, let's talk about both of you guys and how'd you guys meet? You know, all that kind of stuff.
Take it away, Rolly.
How did we meet? Well, we were actually in a grind, like kind of a more tech grind band before called Wage Slave, and Justin was the standalone singer. I was the guitar player in that, and that was kind of the first thing we did. But
Yeah,
then,
but how did you meet though? Did you guys go to school together or?
okay, hold on,
Shows.
going back. A while ago in like 2005, I was in this band called Nuns with Guns, and Justin was
I
like
remember that band.
Justin was among like this group of kids that would just show up at our shows and just destroy. Like, I didn't actually know him really at the time, but he was like, "Oh, that dude. This is the dude who is there every time." He had a God-free Youth shirt, and he would just fucking murder people in the pit, like every time, like all the time, every time. So I didn't. Later, eventually, we had mutual friends, several, and just from being involved in kind of that heavy music scene locally. And eventually we met and we did a band called Wage Slave, which I played guitar, he did vocals. And then at some point with that, we kind of decided we want to do a new direction that was kind of more doomy, like more groove and more dissonant and like doomy. And so we started Teeth because we didn't really want to just change so drastically from what that band was already doing. We figured let's just start a new project. And that was basically the birth of Teeth.
Real quick, I just got to make a comment. I not only remember Nuns with Guns, I have that shit on my old iPod still. The demo.
Sick.
You guys only did you guys do just a demo, right?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Back in around that same time, you said in 05 or whatever.
2005, yeah.
I remember me and
Yeah.
DK, Dan Kenny, we found it somewhere on the piracy waves, and
Yeah, it was out
it
there.
was fun stuff. It was like tech metal or like metalcore-ish tech metal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's apt. Yeah.
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 We heard
Sick,
between the
dude.
beard and me, and we were like, let's do every idea in one song.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, dude. And we were the
Every
listeners
idea
like,
you take,
yes,
hey.
they did every idea in one song.
But also just have like irresponsible breakdowns. Like it just makes me more.
Responsible breakdown.
You
I
can't avoid
think
who you are.
that's a new term, and I love it, dude.
No, just super irresponsible. Yeah.
Gratuitous.
Break it down, but make
Yeah.
sure you do it
Yeah.
responsibly.
No, irresponsibly.
Oh, irresponsibly.
Oh,
Just making people cause harm to each other.
Yeah.
Just be like, all right, it's tech for a while. All right, hurt each other.
Yeah.
Now focus.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that is like a young thing to do. I know, like with me and my best friend Carrie Gear, that we were like first jamming. We're first starting to get a band together, but we just heard like Spawn of Possession, and we're like, dude, let's do like 9 million riffs in one song, dude. It'd be sick, dude. And like, and then we're starting to practice it, and we're like, what the fuck are we like even getting? And the drummer was like, I don't even know. Like I can't even. He'd get through like the first 3 riffs. He's like, "What's going on after that?" And I'm like, "No,
Just
dude."
hit the track right there.
And then we do
Yeah.
all the mistakes. Like we'd change shit. Like every practice, we'd be like, "No, we changed the song."
Yeah.
So,
Oh, God.
and the drummer would be like, "Fuck yeah, dude, this sucks." Like fuck you guys. But no, that was like hearing like. My point is like hearing like kind of super technical shit too early, I think is a detriment. I think it's not good. I think you have to start a little slower and then get into it later. Not to like just no, let's go for gold. Like BT Bam, let's just do all that. And then like just like
Yeah,
and then you have to have your responsible breakdowns to kind of break it down and make it like people could, chew it up.
Yeah,
You know, and
remember
I like that
something.
band. They're
They can
good.
remember something.
So people can chew it up, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my god.
I just got
Amazing.
that. I was like,
This
what
is this is never gonna stop.
I know.
I know, sorry.
No, it's
so
totally the path. It's totally the path we chose, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I remember even in the beginning, like the first like couple reviews we got, it was like, "We'll save your trip to the local dentist," because
Oh,
teeth is like, it's just like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, dude. Like,
Every review.
every
has some-
review is like teeth gnashed down with their sludgy death metal.
They chomp people up with
Yeah.
That's I mean that's what's actually really cool about the name is like it sticks out. Like I didn't forget the Omega amps, everything I remember about your set. I remember teeth. I was like for some reason like it's stuck in my brain. Like it's a great actual when you think
Sick.
about it, it's a great name. It's like
That was a fun night too. We like all went to like a bar. It was like a mob
Yeah.
of metalheads after this show that just went to.
yeah,
You
no,
know,
Santa
Vin was
Santa
there.
Cruz is a fun place. It's a it's
Did you guys get a
Our home,
bite
it's-
to eat or? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, we
yes.
didn't actually.
Oh damn. Okay.
Just kept partying.
I'm trying to remember who else played that show besides Skeletal and
It
you
was
guys.
It was-
Wolf King.
It was like
Oh yeah,
Wolf King.
Wolf King.
Mhm.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Naveen came, and then we hung out with
Yes.
Naveen that night.
Oh,
too.
Yeah,
that's
Naveen
right.
was there.
That's what. Okay. Yeah. When we went
Which,
to,
by the
yeah,
way,
bar
shout
or
out to
something.
Naveen and Cheney.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations on your
Congrats.
marriage.
Yeah.
Congrats. yo.
Congrats. Yeah.
Love you guys, and
So sick.
you guys definitely have
have
a
the
long-lasting relationship ahead of you. I could see the love.
I mean, they've already been together for like 12 years.
As,
But
That's what I'm saying. I see the love throughout that whole time, and
and I apologize. I was supposed to go and had bowed out like 4 weeks before. But I feel like an asshole, and I apologize. Love you guys. We were good friends.
Yeah, that was a pretty metal wedding from what I saw. Looked
Yeah.
pretty sick.
I can't think of a
That's
teeth
awesome.
reference. in
Dude,
the
real
wedding.
quick, the new with the NU, like new metal. I saw some like business. I can't to think what it was called, but I was like the other day, and it was just like new blah 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 or something like that. with NU, and I was like, what? Is it coming back? Like the new
What,
metal?
The
new
new with like two
something?
dots
Yes.
over it.
the
What does it
aesthetic
mean?
is for sure here.
New metal's
Yeah.
definitely coming back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like younger
Dang,
siblings that like are
Yeah.
all 2000 to the fuck out. Like
Just
Yeah,
like,
like
any,
that
any
band, like-
style, any style of music like that was that big at that time. You know, if it goes away like really abruptly and harshly, it kind of gets like revived 20 years later.
Yeah.
I've noticed it's kind of
Yeah.
like
Well,
kind of
band-
style or anything.
there's a
I'm-
band called Fleshwater right now that like is blowing up that has
Yeah, I'm
that
for sure
Deftones worst fucking
I'm-
2000 shit.
I'm for sure
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
kids coming in who are like 20 or younger who are just like, I wish I lived in 2002, dude. Like
Dude,
crazy.
I found
Yeah.
it. I found
Yeah.
it. It's called it's called New Spine. NU Spine. With the
If it was a
chiropractor.
new tooth, dude. If it was a dentistry.
Oh my god.
that would have been insane. So I can't stop.
Dude, I actually somebody
great
showed me
idea.
like they were like, check out this hardcore band, and it was this band called like Wrist Meets Razor, and I was like, this is fucking new metal, dude. Like, I mean, it's pretty hardcore adjacent, but it's like a lot of these hardcore bands are just kind of becoming
Wrist
new metal
meets
now.
razor. It's
Yeah.
like hissing razors, wrist meets razor.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of like it's gonna be funny if there's like new metal bands. That'll be a lot of fun to watch. Like
I'm
them
sure
like
there
try to
is,
emulate that. I mean, like kids that are like that weren't around in that time that are like trying to emulate because you know that happens with a lot of music with like punk and stuff. Like there's new
Yeah.
punk bands and new stuff like that, and people doing old school death metal that weren't even born when Suffocation was out and
Mhm.
and stuff, and they're like. So people are going like doing like a Limp Bizkit style, but they like are doing their own twist on it and never even were around.
I mean,
or
if you took the time to do your research, I'm sure you find there's a version of that in every genre of music right now, where
Hell
there's
yeah.
an OS whatever.
Yeah,
OS
R&B
R&B,
metal.
OS R&B,
OS
dude, and it's all
OSNM,
boys
dude.
and men sounding shit. You know?
OSNM, dude.
Old school new metal. Holy shit.
I'm gonna-
Oh
That's
shit,
pretty
dude!
sick.
Or we're creating
Well,
it right now, dude.
my
Trademark
six-
Cali
my
Duff
student-
Podcast.
student-
OSNM, dude.
he's like 16. He's wearing Jinkos, dude. I'm just like, I haven't even seen those in like
Yeah,
Wow.
Jinkos
Yeah,
are back.
yeah.
It's,
25, 30
dude.
years.
it is.
I'm like,
Jinkos are back.
It's a
Yeah, Jinkos
phenomenon.
are back
I've
a little bit.
talked about. We just talked about it last week with Pat from Augury. It's this
Is Anthony
weird nostalgic back cycle thing that we do in time and progressive brutal new metal, dude.
That's so fucking hilarious. I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't click it because I knew Joel was gonna click it. So
But
That's just-
whatever
I've
was
been-
cool, whatever was cool
Okay.
20 to 30 years ago has its like, resurgence.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
like a acid trip, like when like
Yeah.
that's gonna come back a later, you're gonna have a later acid
Mhm.
trip. What do they
It's a
call it? Like an acid
flashback.
flashback.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a music flashback.
Dude, I saw some kid wearing those like Jeff Hardy like fishnet fucking
Oh, dude,
gauntlets
Yeah.
recently. I was like, holy
Damn.
shit, dude! What is? Yeah,
He
he's
was
like,
going like,
dude,
suck it,
fuck.
suck it, suck it.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah,
know.
he's
going to the fingers. They're like, yeah.
so sick and twisted, bros.
Sick and twisted, dude.
It's all about the fishnets, dude. Like Maryland.
Yeah, dude, fishnet shirts, dude. I'm waiting for them to come
Ripped
back.
up fishnets.
Some cold chamber shirts. Cold
Yeah,
chamber, Cold Chamber,
exactly. Oh, yeah,
they're
Cold
like
Chamber.
touring again.
Martins, dude.
Yeah, they're touring
Yeah.
again. I saw that they were like going around again, and like their number one song is all I remember. It was the same riff as Blind. It's all dun 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 dun. It's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. And
Is-
like,
Loco.
they took the same.
Is
riff.
Hot
Yeah, Loco,
Topic
that's
sick
right.
again? Is Hot Topic
Eh,
sick again?
I actually went into a Hot Topic because there's one across the street from the School of Rock in Huntington Beach by the Trader Joe's. So it was actually bopping in there, and they had Cannibal Corpse T-shirts, which was sick.
What?
That
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
kids
I
might
went-
go in there for like Bad Omens or Sleep Token. There's a ton of that, but then there's still
Yeah.
like Corpse and some other like
That's
pretty old school
cool.
stuff,
Shit.
Slayer and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, sneak it in there. Just slip it in.
I know,
Oh, that's
it's
that's
making its
gnarlier
way-
than that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fuck. There's that stadium tour they're doing now with Amon Amarth.
Frozen Soul.
Oh, that's
Frozen
right. They just
Soul.
did Red Rocks. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
that was
They,
so
they
cool.
played the Honda Center out here in Anaheim, which is
So
like
cool.
pretty
Jesus.
nuts.
Yeah.
Damn,
It's like
that's
fucking
awesome.
death
Good for
metal
them,
at the
man.
Honda Center. Like, I was what?
Finally, cannibals breaking through. You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they just had a death metal show at Red Rocks.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah, with Amon
Yeah,
Amarth
that-
and
dude,
Cannibal.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That video of
It was
Rutan just like
insane.
on the screens. Just that. Did you post that, Joel, or something? There's like
Maybe. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
So-
That like I didn't
What do
even
you
know they were
think
doing
that
that
is,
show.
guys? What do you think that is? I
It's
mean,
Amon Amarth and then Cannibal Corpse. I think Amon Amarth, they're both heavy drawing people or bands, but I know Amon Amarth has like a big draw. Like I've seen them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I've randomly been like taken to a show and I was like, I don't really listen to them, and I'll check it out. And it was like fucking huge. I was like, holy fuck! And it's just because of like.
Don't they?
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, the
They have
pirate
that
band?
like Viking row in the pit,
Yeah, the
right?
row.
Like,
I was about to go.
yeah,
around,
yeah.
yeah. They everyone
Yeah.
sit
Yeah.
down and row on the ground, and like they'll have like the whole floor down there just like rowing. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, they-
total Euro thing.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Oh, man.
They, yeah.
I
They
was
do
way
that.
into Amon Amarth in like 2006 when I was there, like one of the first extreme-esque, metal bands. And I like went back and discovered all the Swedish death metal kind of because of them and Opeth. And it's kind of crazy that Amon Amarth became like probably the biggest Swedish death metal band of all time, because there were like so many other amazing bands from that
Yeah,
area and time. But they just
Yeah.
found a way to kind of capitalize on the image
Viking.
and
yeah.
and honestly, people
Yeah.
care about that shit, like more casual music listeners.
Yeah,
But then
man.
it's like a doorway to like In Flames and Dark Tranquility and all these other
Slow
bands that
work,
are
yeah.
At
yeah.
the gates.
early at the,
At the
gates,
gates.
especially.
Yeah.
But we were speaking of new metal. It's like In Flames was, dude. Just Race is such a sick album, and then they became like a new metal band in like
yeah.
2001. it
Yeah,
was-
exactly. They just jumped on that train. Clayman was great too. I mean,
yeah. Then it goes
But
from
they did have-
Clayman to like Reroute to Remain.
that's right. And that everyone's
Yeah.
kind of like they ended up gaining fans, but they lost a ton of fans. But they ended up gaining, like it was like a net like profit. Like after all the
Probably,
people
yeah.
like
Profited fans.
yeah, exactly. They lost a bunch of people, but they gained more. So they're like, all right, well, we're getting
Absolutely.
bigger. So
Yeah.
Horacle. What an interesting name for it. I would see that and be like, damn, dude, you guys are pushing the envelope. But no, at the gates, Slaughter the Soul is. I think that's the number one
Yeah,
Swedish metal
oh, yeah.
album. That's
Right.
got to be.
Yeah.
Nah, the
I've
early
never
stuff.
heard it.
Yeah, when I first started drumming, dude, that was like the record, one of the records I learned, like
Yeah, me
right
too.
away. When I
Me
got
too.
double bass, I was like, I think I can get this down. You know?
At a 7-string, I
Yeah.
remember I was like, because they tuned to B, and I was like, fucking, like they tuned to B. I thought it was gonna be like a melodic style, like higher tune, like a more like E flat or something, And then, I learned
No,
that
all
whole
the
album.
bands back then were B standard. That's a sick tuning.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and then Haunted came out, which was members of In Flames and At the Gates,
Great
At the
band.
Gates and In Flames, and they were just half step on Made Me Do It, and then I was like, because that was like my original tuning because of Slayer and all these bands I want, as a little kid was playing, and yeah, that was like I always thought half step was the sickest, and then they went to full step, and then they go to C sharp. You know, like everyone just keeps tampering with until you have to bring like 50 guitars on tour to play a fucking set. But all the detune pedals and stuff. But yeah, no. What's the sickest? Okay, let's debate this. What's the sickest? I mean, what tuning do you guys use, and what do you think? If you had to pick, I mean, you're probably gonna say your own tuning, but is the sickest tuning?
Keeps
Is it
getting
T
lower
standard?
and lower.
T
Well, our
standard.
new record
New
has
record, there's 3 tunings.
yeah, there's 3.
What are you guys
So-
using?
For the longest time, we've been in just B flat standard.
Uh-huh.
And then actually on the last EP, Finite, there's a song where we drop the low string to drop G sharp, which is just the drop D version of
Mhm.
the B flat tuning. But then, and we use both of those on the new record. And then there's another tuning where we drop the low string further to F.
Yep.
And just,
Use like an
more.
80 gauge string or something.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And because our bass player has had an extra bottom F string since like 2016, so he's had that note, and he's played lower to get like super low roots under everything. And then now on this record, there's 3 songs. Prison's actually one of them, where we join him on the bottom string.
Nice. Yeah, I actually just 3 days ago, right here, I just got an 8 string the other day.
There it is.
Yeah.
This for the first time. I decided I used to have a 7 string when I was in '99. I got 2000. I got a 7 string because of
Hell
Korn
yeah.
and Fear Factory and stuff like that.
Unity.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I'll just try the 8 string. I feel like I need to have one, and it's an interesting guitar. I definitely, it's F sharp standard tuning is F sharp, and I'm just like, holy fuck. And they put on a 2 floppy string on here. It's like a 65, so it's like a little floppy on there, but it is kind of fun. I think I might be down with a 7 string. I don't know if the 8 string might be a little too much for me. I'm kind of just like,
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't
tell
really
you
know
that.
if it's
Well,
necessary.
you guys
Yeah.
use 6-string baritones, right, Roland?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we use baritones.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
nice.
use baritone 6.
Those
for
28
always.
or no 32-inch scale or 28-inch scale? What's the scale on those?
Mine's a 28. Justin
Okay.
plays a 27.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's definitely those have been around forever too. Like the old not Rickenbacker or
When you say
Something like that.
28, 27,
the-
you're talking about frets, right?
no, it's the
scaling.
Scaling.
scaling from the bottom of the bridge where the strings go into the bottom of the guitar to where the nut is at the top where they stop. So it's like,
Inches. Okay.
yeah, 28 inches, yeah. So it creates more tension, and when the more longer you get, the longer the frets are, and then it's just basically just more tension for the strings kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gear nerd
If you
talk.
tune low, you like, I don't know, in my opinion, if you go any lower than like A, you
Yeah.
gotta go baritone. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I agree. This thing is a 28 to 25 and a half. It's a multi-scale one.
hell yeah. Super
So-
nerdy. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. And that's not hard to fuck with too. Oh, Casey just dipped out like while I'm zoomed in. Fucking
No, I got it.
Okay.
Irish. Irish. Goodbye
He
there.
told me-
Almost
He
the
didn't-
Joel show now.
Didn't have to break the fourth wall. I had it, dude.
But no, that's I actually like I fuck with all kinds of weird guitars and stuff, and 7 string, like I said, in the 90s I got a 7 string because I knew I had to have one because Korn had one that was like in fucking sophomore in high school. I'm just like, that's the next thing to make me sound sick. But chugging on like that kind of tuning again, because I'm usually chugging or just playing in like D standard or drop C sharp or like the lowest I get. So having those kind of strings again and access to them, it's like you can just like whenever you get bored, just go jun, and you're like, oh, it's sick, dude. Like it gives you this like kind of like fuel, and like it doesn't make you kind of gas out, But
Since
Yeah,
we're in
I
the
don't know.
gear section, dude, I recently found an instrument that I want to buy.
Uh,
A hurdy-gurdy, dude. Have you ever seen one of those things?
Is
dude?
Anthony Freeze?
Anthony
No,
Freeze.
I'm here. Am I frozen?
No, I heard you.
Oh. A hurdy-gurdy,
cold.
dude. You ever seen one of those things?
Hurdy-gurdy. I'm gonna have to. How do
Dude,
you-
we
Yeah.
gotta pull up some.
What the fuck?
We gotta get some shit of a hurdy-gurdy. It's like You crank it. Oh man,
Oh, you
I
crank it. Yeah, I see it.
But
It was-
Oh,
you
it's
got some shit. There's like there's some evil stuff you could play with that, dude.
what the fuck is that?
Dude,
I mean, we can get copyright struck for all the shit I have pulled up. So let's
just show a
it's-
picture of it though. If
yeah,
you got,
I'll
if
just
you
show
can
you
pull
a
up an image.
frozen. Oh fuck, dude, too much going on. Put me on the spot like this. Son of a
Sorry, dude.
bitch.
I didn't mean to hurdy your Gertie, dude.
Dude, I'm in a Gertie right now. That thing, right? Hold on. Is it this thing right here?
It looks
Well,
similar,
I'm gonna
but
just
they're
start.
not as big as that necessarily. But
Well, that one's hung.
That one's sick.
Let's want to see if we just play for a couple. Is that it? Not that thing.
Oh,
right?
sorry, my bad.
Oh, did you take it
Trying
off?
to fix it. Here, there it goes.
if he's cranking with
I
his
can't do
right
with my-
hand,
because my crank, if I try to go reverse, it'll
That
fall
guy's
off.
crank.
Okay. Now, crank, I can show
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to do a little bit.
you. You got it already, yeah. So that way you can do that. So before.
I'm gonna mute it a little bit so I don't get copyright.
Now we
dude,
call
that
that
dude's
tremolo.
shredding, dude.
Yeah, so now- that's right. There you go. There you go. Good. That's right.
I'm going into guitar playing position.
Dude,
which is
what if
about
I
right
got
now.
Well, that's
sick
all right.
with
Whatever
one of
you
those
know, you can do that.
things,
Jeez.
That's
Shout out Rob
fucking
Scallion.
wild,
Thank you for
dude.
letting us see that.
Dude, what if,
That would be a
what if I got?
fucking
What if I became?
Reminds me
nightmare
like,
to make.
It's like a jack off motion though. I don't know if I could just sit there and be like,
Yeah.
oh, serious, like.
Well, you don't have to shred it like that. You could just like
Reminds me
crank
of like
it
an
slow and
accordion, but
play.
like way gnarly.
I bet
Yeah, it's
you
like a- it's
anything.
like
you could have a
hurdy-gurdy makes
hurdy-gurdy
sense.
section in a teeth song for sure. Dude.
Hurdy-gurdy.
It's like a jerk. It's like a
It's
jerky
terrible.
accordion. It's a jerky.
It looks like
accordion.
I don't
looks
know
like
if
a
my
fucking
people would
nightmare to
use it.
construct.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
Imagine
fuck, I gotta
that.
change my strings.
Tuning it takes 2 hours.
What gauge for this hurdy, dude? What, do you have any hurdy? Go to Guitar Center. Like, can I get some hurdy fucking strings?
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dude. That's
They're like, yeah,
alright.
just strip it from this wiring.
I know. Let's get from this copper.
So
Yeah, get us
so
back on.
yeah, bring us into the world of the band Teeth in terms of like influences. I mean, you talked about wanting to form the band at that time. Like, what was inspiring you to go that direction? And like, do you guys see yourself as like part of a musical movement, like a disso kind of thing going on right now? Is that like fair to read into it, or?
No. I mean, we just gotta do what we are fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's very
Okay.
selfish.
Very selfish. Selfish
Well,
metal.
I mean,
selfish rock.
I don't know. I went out with Discordia on tour last year, and then with bands like Sunless and Gigan. Like, it definitely seems like
Oh, yeah.
It's
The
homies.
homies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
so that's kind of like where I kind of have a part of the map mapped out with those bands.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
Oh.
there's a lot of like similar or kind of similarly influenced things going on right now. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Like where we are within that kind of puzzle, I'm not sure. We just kind of really do our own thing. But like Sunless, for instance, I love those dudes. Those guys are awesome,
Mhm.
and we love playing with them and touring with them. So yeah, but as far as considering ourselves like a part of some movement, I don't really know.
I
Is there
mean,
like is there a lot of bands that are kind of in the same style that you guys are cohesive with, that you kind of like connect with more, that are kind of like doing something in the same, not same style, but like same vein of just writing and stuff like that?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. There's
Yeah.
definitely like other guys that are like into the same things that we are, and we speak to them on the internet, and like Alters and Brendan Sloan and all those guys, and then some of the more local guys and the guys from Miko, and there's a lot of cool bands out there doing dissonant stuff that we like.
Are you?
Oh,
familiar with
Nightmare and Keith Merrill.
Nightmare, Keith Merrill's.
Burning
Fuck yeah, I love
Palace.
Keith Merrill.
Yeah, Burning Palace up in the Bay Area.
Yep. Shout out Ian.
Yeah.
Been a
Yeah,
guest
yeah,
on
they're
the
cool.
show.
They're cool guys. We played a show with them or something, right? Like
And obviously Vitriol.
a show or two.
Vitriol's
Oh, Vitriol.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
cracking really hard right now.
Yeah, Vitriol. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of like cool dissonant death metal out there right now. As far as influences go, like when the band was starting, and shout out fucking Ulcerate, man. Like they have a
Yeah,
new
yeah.
album
Yeah,
that
duh.
dropped, and it's
Ulcerate,
fucking
yeah.
They're
insane.
insane, dude.
Dropped
They're
it,
bananas.
Dude, I think in my opinion, and I'm just gonna say this is my opinion, they're like the final boss of like dissonant death metal right now. Like, they're like
They have
what they're doing
transcended
is
so many times.
yeah.
It's
What those guys do blows me away. It's like every album that drops, I'm like, all right, dude, I just want to give up now. But
Was Portal ever a band that was in that realm for you guys? Because is that like
Yeah.
not cool for
Yeah,
you
I'd say
guys?
so.
Or
actually
yeah,
Okay.
Portal,
Portal
Alterage,
flag right above me right now.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
Alterage. We're also into some like more.
Alterage, yeah.
Yeah, we're also into some more metal stuff like Diocletian, and then like dude, a big death metal record that all three of us listen to is like that first Unmerciful record, Unmercifully Beaten.
Yeah.
That's like
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's like
obviously
top tier.
We
Gorguts.
toured with
Yeah,
them on that
Gorguts.
album. That's awesome.
Obviously, I mean,
Yeah, dude.
they had Luke LeMay on the record. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, Gorguts, like Obscura era Gorguts. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people are like considered dead, and we're like, nah, Obscura is kind of our.
I loved
Obscura.
Obscura too. That was like just
Yeah.
so refreshing and new, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
dude,
Yeah, and then
Song
even from Wisdom to
Clouded, dude.
Hate, from Wisdom to Hate and Colored Sands and all that. That
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
is
Yeah,
awesome.
dude. So
Yeah.
I think that
Dude,
Obscure
fucking
kind of was
John
like the
Longstreth, man, on fucking
the
yeah.
nuclear bomb
dude,
that happened,
on that
dude.
record, like-
Obscure
Oh yeah,
was
That
the
was-
bomb
yeah,
that happened,
was a
and then
huge
it,
influence.
you know, the mushroom cloud happened, and it seeded so many other people and things to turn dissonant death metal into something.
Oh, no.
It became a branch on the tree, dude, and I think that right now, for me personally, it's more exciting than the OSDM situation, because I've just listened to it for so many decades, and I love that format. But I also like, I like new ideas, or something that feels like a new idea to me. And I think the dissonant aspect of death metal is where there's still things that feel like they could be uncovered. So that it's not drained of resources as of yet, when you feel like death metal, standard death metal is kind of drained of resources.
So your harmony's got you only harmonize in minor seconds, and
Dude, I can't even laugh at that because I don't even know what the fuck
I
you
don't
just
know.
said.
Anthony's lagging for me. I can't hear him.
oh, you can't hear.
Fuck. He's like,
that's your internet, son.
Let's
Yeah.
put them on
That's
blast right
you.
now.
Do I sound?
no, dude.
Let's IT this. All right. So,
I sound fucked
can you
up?
hear? Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah. No, you guys. Everyone else is fine. It's just Anthony. For some reason.
Weird.
Yeah, Anthony his voice just is like a dog whistle. Sometimes you can't remember.
It's
No,
just
do I sound
fucking-
weird right now? Does it sound good to everybody else though?
no. It sounds fine.
Oh,
You sound
okay.
fine, dude.
It's trippy that just out of like everyone here, like he hears everyone fine. Just you. He's like,
I know.
it
Yeah. I
sounds
don't know why.
I'm
am
hitting
on
a weird
Wi-Fi,
frequency,
but fuck.
dude.
Like, yeah, he's just like zooming in and out for me. I'm like, cool.
Okay.
Try
Watch
to
it.
get context from everyone else.
Watch it on YouTube while we're live, and you can
Oh,
have
shit.
the. I'm just kidding. Not really. This would be complicated as fuck.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
that
got-
would probably fucking.
Yeah.
it's gonna be like
Uh,
3 seconds behind, 4 seconds behind too. You'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, fuck. But that's dissonant, dude. You know,
Yeah,
we're in the
but-
talking about dissonant.
Yeah. I think for me, like I have tried with Obscura so many times, and man, that shit is just impenetrable to me. I just feel like a normie when I listen to Obscura, the record. And I like the Erosion of Sanity, and I like the more modern Gorguts. That's kind of like Disso light with the long epic structures and the like shit to get lost in, but
How
it's
are
not
you
like
with
battering
From
you over
Wisdom
the
to
head
Hate?
the whole time. But yeah, it's crazy that like they went that far with this idea of like just no power chords. Basically, that was someone told me at one point, like Luke tried to do it like that. Just never use a perfect fifth on that record and see if you can still make death metal. And it's just funny to think about, like, I make fun of disso in my head. Like I have this concept of like a normal person hears like a flat fifth, like a tritone, and they're just like, oh no. And then like a disso guy hears it and they're just like, oh yeah, like that's what I want. Like
Yeah.
it's simple as like just
Yeah.
instead of, like a power chord, you just like flatten the top note one half step, and then suddenly it's like
Yeah.
It's like
So sick.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
ODS
So,
uses a lot of that stuff. That's why I love
Professor,
that stuff.
were the first two was considered in Erosion your first introduction to Gorguts?
Yeah, I definitely. It's Erosion of Sanity is the one for me that does it for me.
Yeah.
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 And I like Considered Dead a lot. It's a great sounding record.
I don't like
But-
that you have your own opinions and you don't listen to us.
No,
for
I was,
telling you what's going
I was gonna say if those albums solidify themselves enough and you just don't want any other kind of Gorguts, I could totally see that. You're like,
No, I mean, Obscura is fucking weird as fuck. I mean, that's why I
Yeah.
like it though. That's, I mean, if I came into it like expecting another Gorguts album, like a normal, not normal, but just a Gorguts album from it, the fact that the weird shit they did on it, I'm just like, whoa!
Yeah.
It's just like kind of like a. I wouldn't say it's. It's hard for me to pick a heart or best Gorguts, but just the fact of what they did at that time, and like just
Yeah.
pushed an envelope for an avant-garde, trippy kind of fucking dissonant style. I'm like, that's that's a lot of shit has come from that, and like a lot of people, a lot of bands have sprouted from that, and a lot of people going like Obscura sucks, and people are like, fucking, fuck you guys, it's my favorite, and then they end up like sprouting a new style from it. Then it becomes like there's bands Ulcerate and stuff, stuff that's come, I don't want to say directly from that, but just a big influence on a lot of
Like
on a lot of that shit.
Deathspell Omega and all that.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
want to, stick on Gorguts too long because obviously this is the teeth
Dude,
episode.
that record
But
is incredible.
I think that
that fucking
band
song, I
not
think it's
being
called,
able to have a
I can't hear you at all,
what's it
dude.
called?
It's so funny.
Dude.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he's just
So
like
weird.
talking over you.
That's all good. That's all good. I usually am the guy who's doing that to other people.
I'm not talking. Wait, what?
No, you can't hear Anthony. Anthony was talking, and you
I know,
guys were
it's
both
all
talking at the
good.
same time, and it's hilarious, dude.
I'll hold my finger up when I'm talking.
Dude. Yeah, dude, he's still like lagging in and out for me. I don't know why. He's the only one, dude.
He said he's gonna hold his finger up when he's talking.
Yeah, Anthony's gonna hold his finger up now when he's talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just tell you what he says.
Okay, he can hear me fine, yeah?
Yeah, I
just
got you
can't hear
perfect.
You
him.
sound great.
I got
yeah.
you perfect. It's so crazy.
Fuck.
But I was gonna say real quick with Gorguts, I think this is really cool. A really cool thing when a band
wanna
can
talk to
not
you
let
too,
you have
dog.
fingers up. You can't figure out what your favorite album is of a band. I think that's a really cool thing. A band has such a catalog that you just can't pick your favorite. You just love every piece of it for what they are, And Obscure is one of those things where it's just such a staple in that band's life that it needs to be, and like I said, it started another branch on the tree, and you get an Ulcerate after that. You get you guys, you get all these other, you get a Burning Palace, you get all these different, adventurous.
Now he's actually gone.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Am I back
Oh, he's
now?
back. You're back, dude.
Yeah, he's back.
All right. Yeah. My
All right.
long thing on Gorguts. Sorry, guys.
Point well taken. So, how do you guys write a song? Do you guys just start out with like guitars and then add stuff to it? What's the songwriting process for you guys?
Usually it comes with, that's for Rolly.
Usually, it's sometimes I start stuff on my own, and like I'll just come up with usually with the guitar, but also I'll program drums pretty much on the spot. Or also common is me and Justin get together with our guitars, and we kind of just bounce riff ideas back at each other. And I'd say also when we do it together, a big part of it is perhaps because we're either showing each other the, you know, motives or riffs or whatever it may be. Sometimes like in like translating it to the other person, they like play something like wrong or off, or they make a mistake, and then we go ooh, because it sounds fucked up and exciting, and then that actually becomes part of the idea. So there's almost like improvisation is kind of like intrinsic to how we begin writing. But ultimately there isn't really much improvisation in Teeth. Like it's fairly worked out. Alex has moments of inspiration live and we get to deal with it, but
Yeah.
that's something else. You know exactly what we mean. Yeah, it's usually it starts with me or me and Justin with guitars, and usually we get together. And honestly, for this record, usually we'd have like a first draft of a song in like one writing session. Sometimes stuff like spreads out and gets edited and like, you know, like, I don't know, torn apart, or even sometimes we throw whole song ideas away. As time's gone on, we've kind of gotten more merciless in terms of like, do you like that? You know, I don't know, we'll write something, then 3 or 4 months later, we'll be playing it and be like, do you like that?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, not really. And we'll be like, fuck it. And it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's
gone.
Yeah. Never play it again. We don't even really like, sometimes we say, maybe this is just like to like pad the, I don't know, whatever. We like, you know, maybe we'll rework the riffs. We never do.
It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it also goes both ways a lot. Like even if it's my riff and he doesn't like it, or if his riff and I don't like it, we trust each other, and it's just like, all right, fuck it, get rid of it. You know, like
yeah.
Like we don't want to play anything that you like. We don't want to play. You know,
you guys both
just,
be happy. No matter who wrote the riff, you guys got to both vibe on it if it's really gonna work.
Exactly.
Put up your finger. Put up your finger when you talk.
I like the finger thing. It's fun.
Yeah.
Anthony, put up your finger.
Anthony saw. Hey, Anthony just said you both have to like it. That's what he said.
Okay,
Yeah.
That is crazy, bro. How is it just me?
Yeah.
There's 6 of us.
You didn't brush your teeth.
I didn't, dude.
Nice.
No, but that's very cool though. I mean, you guys actually, there was a dissonant band, and I doubt anyone's ever heard of it, but it was in Santa Cruz once. But they kind of did that kind of like free, like it wasn't necessarily improv, but it was in Santa Cruz called Peyote Calamity, and I remember seeing them. Yeah, and I was
weird.
I know.
Peyote Calamity in Santa Cruz.
I know.
What are the odds?
You mean a Tuesday?
They were Tuesday.
That's a sick name.
They just washed up, dude.
What is the official definition of calamity? What does that mean?
Is it like some sort of like a blunder? I don't know.
I'll look it up while you
catastrophe.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah. That was, dude. They were just like this fucking dissonant weird band. Then they would go to like a reggae riff. They'd be like, like back into shit again. I remember just like they were just a fucking homegrown. It was from Oregon, I think, but they were just this blip of just gnarly dissonant weird shit. I don't know if they have anything. They do have one like demo out there. We're talking 2005 but they blew my mind and got me into that dissonant. Like I loved what they did, and it was just like. And they had that breathing kind of style of just like obviously no click, but just like shit would just go up hyper mellow, hyper, and just like super dissonant. I never really thought of it though. It's funny that Joseph and you guys are using the term disso. I've heard that before, and I never put it together as dissonant. And I didn't know it was actually considered a style. I was like, they're just heavy, odd. I never put it together as like a. I know what dissonance is. The first time I learned that like doing the fucking like minor second, like
The wah-wah breakdown.
yeah, like yeah, and
Blind
like
by
poison
Korn.
and Poison the Well. Like when I was a kid, like they had one riff that was just when you put your foot on your foot, you put your teeth on the frets.
I like the Meshuggah corridor.
People do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Meshuggah. My brother gave me Chaos Fear when I was a kid, and that song and just like a lot of that shit. Yeah, exactly. Like that stuff. I always loved the power from that though. The power from that like that interval. Just going like you do like two notes apart from each other, and it's just like a fucking jarring note, like sound. It's like I remember learning about that when I was a kid, and just like, fuck, I want to use this like. I want to like just like move it everywhere,
Have either one of you used your teeth during a solo?
No.
Fuck, dude, you guys got to get on it, dude.
Nah, man.
What did he say?
Man.
What did he say?
He asked if we used our teeth during a solo.
This is a hilarious fucking IT folly.
That's so crazy.
God damn it. I could try to use my webcam that uses my Ethernet cord.
Should Alejandro just like reset?
Try resetting the stream or something.
I think
man.
it's fucking hilarious that he can't hear you, Anthony. I know,
but
when
I
you guys
wanna
both
talk
start
to
talking,
him.
at the
I
same
wanna
time.
talk
I
to him.
know. Okay,
All right,
that's
he'll hop
probably
back
for the
in.
better. There's sometimes for me personally, it's like the same with the band and stuff, like Odious and stuff. When we'd fuck up, I thought it was the funniest fucking thing in the world. Like I like make eye contact when you fuck up something that you shouldn't have, and then you make eye contact with the guitar player, and you're like, oh my god, yeah, miss a line, and just like we all make eye contact, and we all start kind of like.
Alex will have Rolly and I looking at each other sometimes. Like that was tough, because he'll go over the bar and it's like we have to land like a vocal section like right on the one, and it's like, fuck, dude, god damn it. Like,
obviously, you guys aren't doing any in-ears or clicks, right?
He usually plays to a click, but
he has a click, yeah.
Only
okay. So is it you guys fucking up or is it him?
Him.
Well, it's him getting. It's him becoming inspired, as Rolly put it.
Always.
Yeah. No, I can see that. That's a tough job in a disso band. I can't.
It's actually great though, because sometimes he like reaches for something in the moment, and it works out. It's sick.
Let's test. Can you hear me now? Oh, fuck.
No.
That is crazy, bro.
How does that work?
So weird.
That is so funny, dude.
I don't know what I should do. Should I do something?
I think you're fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Right. It's just funny now.
Right.
It's gonna be a little funny thing.
We'll just roll with it.
Yeah, I love it.
Man. I was. This was an older point, but it seems like we got train wrecked. So when students, I'm teaching all the fucking time at School of Rock, and whenever someone is trying to play the song right, and then they play a wrong note, or especially if it's in a chord, it is always a cooler chord than whatever it was supposed to be, and they are always like repulsed by it, and I'm just like, that was a better chord. I tell them like that's cooler, but this is what the song is or whatever, and it's so funny how. If you have the ear for it, when you start seeing like, oh no, they just played like an A flat 5 instead of an A major or something, like you know what they're playing as they go, and it's just like, I don't know, there's just so many interesting things that are just labeled under dissonant, which is basically for me, it's just like non-diatonic or something, right?
Definitely.
Just an interval, set of intervals that can't construct out of just like a major chord or a minor chord set of notes.
There's the classic one was if one note's off the scale, it's a wrong note. If two notes off the scale, then it's jazz.
Yeah,
it's like, it's like, I mean, do you guys drawn any inspiration from like dissonant jazz and stuff like that, like out there jazz stuff?
100%.
Yeah,
definitely. What are some of the artists that have kind of like have you checked out that have kind of blown your mind with that style? With that style? Bob Saget.
That's a whole conversation.
I'm just kidding.
Wayne Shorter.
Okay.
He'd be my favorite. Pharaoh Sanders.
Yes.
I mean, I have a huge
John
poster of Ornette
Coltrane.
Coleman right there.
Oh yeah.
Chicoria for me.
Oh yeah, Chick. Herbie Hancock, big one.
Herbie.
Freddie Hubbard.
A lot of sax guys. Saxophone seems to be the instrument you can fuck up the most in jazz. I feel like get like all the squeaky shit going.
Yeah,
that's awesome. What about that Tigran
Hamasyan?
Yeah. That guy has got some fucking out there disso weird timing. I'm all about the like. Do you guys with disso? Is that considered like odd time? Like is that like is that disso odd time? Is it just more of the dissonant intervals?
I think it usually refers more to the harmonic content, but like it tends to kind of go hand in hand. I mean, usually the artist, usually some guy's going to start smashing a bunch of notes at each other. Might as well play them in weird places.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think when people say disso, they usually mean more like harmonically.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys have embraced disso, huh? It's just like slam now. It's like another one that my old ass has to fucking learn, and I'm fucking pissed off. I'm just kidding.
Like I said,
another genre,
another branch. We just have a crazy intricate tree that we
being old. Like, why is it growing? This is bullshit.
Each branch grows a different hybrid of fruit, and we're trying to keep track of all the different types
I can only
of fruit
hear
that the tree has.
Joseph. Now
Oh,
Joel and Anthony are lagging for me. So let me try my computer.
All right, dude.
That is
All
hilarious.
Put it in rice.
Yeah, dude. I will.
Heard that. Okay.
Later.
Or
No,
I could just.
I can hear I can hear Joseph, Rolly, and Justin, but it's just Joel
Not me.
and Anthony
Not
now.
me.
Probably because they're
That's
up the
us.
coast.
That's probably good.
knows?
That's probably good.
I know.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
I can kick these guys out if you.
Just
Not even.
takes
Yeah, dude.
Not even kidding. Yeah.
All right, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Where'd I go?
But yeah, I know. That's awesome, man. Yeah, because there's so many prog. Like as I get older, like prog. I mean, I've talked about it a million times. But prog metal is like my nerdy old man is coming out like hard. Like like I never really was a big Dream Theater music fan. I mean, I like the music of it, but I was never a big fan of them. But some of the newer bands that are coming out, I'm like, they're kind of pushing that weird, but doing these dissonant, fucking humongous chords I've never even fathomed and shit, and like Haken and all these bands and stuff. And I'm just like their nerdiness that they're doing with throwing a dissonant part in a song. Then I'm like, holy fuck, dude! Like this, like I've never seen bands do this. That's kind of where I'm going with just in general is kind of like going less from like more crazy metal stuff to like prog nerdy. How can you make this as crazy as possible? But like I don't know, 20 different styles in one song because I have ADDs kicking in really hard. Have you guys ever gone into the prog world and listened to prog and stuff?
I mean. Yeah, in the past. These days,
you dork. I'm just kidding.
Well, you asked me a question.
I know. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Setting you up just to roast you real quick, dude.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's like time's gone on. Like I definitely had a period where I was super like. I mean, honestly, when I was doing Nuns with Guns and then kind of a little bit into Wage Slave, like maybe from like 2002 to 2012-ish roughly. I was definitely had I had my like prog / tech interest and phase and stuff, but like as time's gone on, I'm kind of less drawn to, I don't know, I like got so into it, and then I kind of like got my fill. I'm still like every once in a while I hear something, I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy, But I'm usually more into some, I don't know, stuff these days. I'm kind of more into like just something that's really heavy and brutal. Like, I don't know, Devourment or something
Hell yeah.
over like something
Okay.
super
Yeah,
tech.
man. Or these guys, Plebeian, Grandstand.
Oh yeah, them. They're
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, it was not
Yes!
the internet, dude. Yeah,
We got it, dude. We figured it out.
Why does the internet just block people out, dude?
That's so
I
weird. It
think
just
it's the
like
fucking bandwidth. It's
goes.
just like, no, Anthony is too much,
It
dude.
was
This
it becomes this
Anthony
weird
is so
gatekeeper. Like,
controlled.
how could they? What could be the malfunction that would just cut off a few people
I don't know,
from?
dude. Maybe you're just at that cutoff. Like, do you live more north than Joel?
I do, dude.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. It's like water flow. Like it's like you have to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all it is, man. I was using my phone through Wi-Fi, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
used to work
so
IT too, so
oh yeah. No, I'm full balls into that shit right now. But as far as like the disso stuff, just getting back to like, do you guys listen to? Because I noticed, because I went down a dissonant rabbit hole for a long time, probably around the same years, like 2003 to 2015. I was like, just like listening to the constant, just the craziest dissonant shit I could listen to. But what's your guys's? Do you guys have a because even with death metal and stuff, touring with these huge death metal packages, death metal, constantly just getting pummeled, like doing these like big festivals, like touring festivals and shit. What are your kind of more poppy stuff that you guys listen to kind of like reset the palate? Do you guys have any like when you spray a bunch of cologne or whatever and you need to smell the coffee beans, like for me with death metal,
I'm usually listening to like Flying Lotus or like Thundercat or
Hell yeah,
fucking Aphex Twin. A lot of
sick,
like kind of drum and bass, droney, like even lo-fi hip hop shit.
Dude,
I don't know, man.
Thundercat's amazing, guys.
Yeah, dude.
He really is.
He's deserved
every
bit of that. Yeah,
even when he was in Suicidal Tendencies.
That's right.
It's so wild to think that too. And then even when you watch the live shit and how he adds so many more layers live versus just listening to his albums, even though his albums are
Justin Brown
amazing.
Fucking
dude,
and he's playing like poppy gigs, and he's like they're doing like straight up jazz fusion, like
his Tiny Desk thing, the 3-song Tiny Desk, so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Playing a 6-string like it was a guitar, dude.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Well, what about that brutal shit though?
That is brutal shit. If you really fucking think about it.
I know. Speaking of brutal, Sasha from Gorgasm, when I posted that I got this 8-string, he just started like laughing at me a bunch. He's like,
nice.
He's like, ha ha ha, fucking dork.
Whatever. Go learn your Haken.
Yeah.
I mean, there was
the frog man. Yeah.
Yeah,
there was some dope.
I love them. Fuck you guys. Fuck all you.
There was some pretty brutal shit.
I also love like Disgorge and actually, you know what? It's Car Bomb. You guys are probably in.
Oh yeah,
that's probably a big deal. Yeah. What did you guys think when you guys first? I mean, besides the weird Deftones vocals that are a little off tune, what did you guys think about hearing them for the first time? And because they blew my mind when I first saw them. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that was finally something fresh out of that style, man. Because I mean, we've been saturated in this genty periphery kind of sound for like since 2008, 2009,
Yeah, yep.
But yeah, hearing them after time, like organically, but like I don't know. And they've even admitted, I think they don't even play to or record to a click. Like they're just like,
yeah, I could feel them as like an entity, like just moving. Like, and one thing that tripped me out about them, because I got to watch them twice in 2 days, was like I was standing over the guitar player, and the effects that he was using were kind of just like a tap effect. I mean, there was a couple that I was like, what is he fucking doing? Are they pick scrapes? Or like I had no idea what he was doing, but they were kind of like effects on his board. He was just like tapping and hitting it real quick.
Unfortunately, I still haven't seen them live, but fuck, man.
Oh, they're fucking. I saw them was Between the Buried and Me.
Oh, that's right. I want to go to that.
Yeah. But no, that was they're very cool with their effects and stuff. I just didn't know how the fuck. It's just one of those you hear it and like, can you do that live? And they did it live, and I'm like, what the. It's just kind of like a weird, mind-blowing experiment with guitars and stuff. And but
I got to thank Relapse Records for giving me the heads up on, the magazine shit. And then you see Car Bombs, was it Centralia or whatever the first one was called? And the advertisement for that. And I'm just like, I love Relapse. I like the write up. Let's buy it. And then you get a Car Bomb and your life's changed, From that point forward, I've been a solid fan of that band, and every single record seems to amaze me, and that's what I'm looking for, guys. That's the stuff that in my coming up on 40 is the stuff that still makes me excited like that, and I find it in the dissonant realm, in the avant-garde realm, more so now, because I just. My digging throughout my 20s and 30s, you come up with a lot of the same stuff, unfortunately. And we're kind of spoiled once we get into this shit. You need to have the new thing always. You got to have the new thing. We talk about it always. The new thing that you just want to bring back to the homies and be like, look what I discovered,
Yeah, that's what these fools do to me. They'll do this riff, and I'm like, let's do that. What is that?
I gotta check out Plebeian Grandstand. I've never heard of them before.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a portal to hell for sure.
Like obscura.
Yeah.
It's gnarly.
Very abusive.
It's bad.
So do you guys, with a lot of the stuff that you guys listen to, a lot of like electronic music that's kind of trippy, and that's always the jump that I never was ever able to take. A lot of my death metal counterparts are EDM DJs and all this play crazy jungle and stuff, and I respect the fuck because they've shown me how they do stuff, and I'm like, it's like blows my mind. I always respect musicianship or whatever people's vision is. I'm just like, that's fucking sick. And I wasn't into the music, but it kind of fucking hit me, and it was dissonant and weird and fucking dissonant counter. That's like 1700. But no, as far as just like a weird style of music though, like a completely off, Transformers having sex, like style of music. Is that something that you guys listen to at all?
I do for sure.
Yeah, as far as electronic music goes, I'm into like 9 Inch Nails and shit like that, and also like that band. We just went and saw that band Health, and that was fun.
Health was great.
Yeah, Health was great. But no, not so much. Like I don't listen to. Like I couldn't name you a DJ that I listen to.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I just listen to
like Aphex Twin.
Basic, I listen to the basic kind of drum and bassy stuff, Venetian snares, and like Aphex Square Pusher, and it just makes my, I'm a drummer, so it just makes my brain bubble like, ooh.
Yeah. It's like shredding or crazy weird guitar stuff for
guitar
players.
I imagine it's the same deal for like guitar players, and I'll just like have like something will stick out to me, and I'll be like, oh, let me see if I can try and learn it, and then boom, and then I'll move on. Like it's just it has that bubbly thing to me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Rolly? What you got? Any drops from the electronic realm?
Massive Attack. Would you put them in that?
Oh,
yeah, Massive Attack. Yeah,
like that trip hop stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
you guys listen to Boards of Canada? Have you ever listened to Boards of Canada?
It's cool. It's more chill. It's like
yeah.
Like a ambient kind of ethereal.
What was it? Music for Children or something like that. That album's killer though. There's some pretty cool, kind of more technical stuff on that album. Just weird soundscapes and all that kind of shit. My thing that I've been wanting to get out after just listening to you guys talk about Dissonant for so long, and more things I have on the Dissonant thing, but it's kind of S&M, dude. It's kind of sadomasochism, because you think about the tension and release of music, and the dissonant band stays within the tension area longer than the release. And so you got this giving tension to a listener that's purposefully wanting the attention.
Yeah.
It's kind of sadomasochism, dude, without the sexual shit. But I'm just saying, it's like the one who wants to inflict and the one who wants to be inflicted. You know, it's a weird relationship. It's.
I think Anthony's calling you guys sadists.
I know. S&M.
It
He's a
is. It is.
masochist.
As the deliverer of the
you guys ever tie
content.
people up, or
It is a metaphor for that, though.
Our own brains, at least.
yeah, it's sadomasochism for your brains. It's like,
Are you
it's
trying
like,
to hurt
no, I'm not
people
giving
with your
I'm
music?
not giving what you want. I'm not giving what you want.
Yes.
It's like there's no resolve,
on
and maybe
this
a little resolve,
record,
then
there's
fuck you.
On this record, I feel like there's more moments where there is a little bit of a release, a little bit more of a reward, or yeah. Obviously, Rolly has some leads and stuff that kind of
Make you release.
Yeah, they give you that kind of touch that harmony, at least for me personally.
So you say less edging this album.
Yeah. Less edging.
Wow.
Or more.
Oh boy.
Anthony was like, it's not sexual. He says.
What your threat?
I'm like, not. I just 5 minutes ago was just saying I'm not trying to make it sexual, and then I just fucking made it sexual, dude.
He's like, so do people goon to you guys musically or what?
How many people do you cuck a night when you go live, dude?
It's like a blowjob with just the teeth, right?
Nice.
Oh,
there it is.
I was trying to think of a tooth thing. That's the best I could do.
So okay, on a more professionally, like what are you guys doing for supporting the record, or what are you coming off of? I know we've talked about your live shows. I haven't seen anything coming up, but maybe I'm wrong. Are you guys like trying to do some tours, or what's going on?
You're not wrong. We are. We don't have anything. We have one show lined up July 25th right now, but we are looking into getting a tour going to support this. Release. I think we're going to try West Coast, and then if we can East Coast this year. If not, that might have to wait until next year because we don't. Touring the East Coast in winter is pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we can get out there like in the fall, sure, but it may have to wait until spring. But we definitely are probably going to try and set up something up the coast this year, and then probably something to support the release at some point or something local. But we do plan on being a little bit busier than we have in the past after this release because, a pandemic didn't happen right after, or hopefully a pandemic doesn't happen right after it like it did the Christmas.
Knock on wood, Jesus.
Yeah, fucking A.
I don't think it will.
But yeah,
it'd have to be some 28 days later type shit for the next.
Yeah, it'd have to be pretty fucking bad. Yeah. But that's kind of where we've been is, after the Curse of Entropy, it was like, let's support this record. We were going to go on tour with Vitriol, and boom, pandemic happens. And like, we were sitting around like, fuck, and that's when we did the Finite EP just because there's something to do. And then since then, it's like, well, let's just write another full length because, nowadays everybody's attention span's fucking nothing. So you gotta kind of keep content pumping out. And I'm not saying we forced it like time wise. We didn't, we had fun making this record, but it was something we did, realize like we probably need to put something else out at this point because it's been so long since we've been active and had something new. So
have you ever had any like creative ideas of, like we always talk about this on the podcast with people's attention span being close to like, a new album will drop. I'll listen to it for. I'm guilty of it. Listen to it for 2 weeks and be like, fuck yeah, it's sick, and just like forget about it, and just like go into another rabbit hole of other music or whatever. Is there like, I don't know. Do you guys ever think about like a master plan to get people like fucking still like not doing that? Because it seems like that's like the way that humans work now with Spotify and all these things. Like it seems like there's no other. I mean, I think with the vinyl and stuff, it's helping, but just is. I don't know. Like, what's the plan, guys? Like, what are we doing?
It's I mean, I don't have any. I don't have any master plan, but I think real like touring and just kind of getting it in people's faces as well
Yeah, I think
is a
touring.
good way, you know, to stay relevant.
I mean, with
Merchandise, you know, traveling T-shirt salesman, you know what I mean?
Yep,
'cause that's what
100%.
bands
we have
are.
the playthroughs that we're gonna drop soon.
There's what?
Like playthroughs.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's I always like that. You know, I love seeing like songs I love to listen to and like see like them actually playing it. I know there was like back in the day there'd be bands like Tool or something that would be like, no, we're not going to show you anything, and you have to just like figure it out. But like now it's kind of like, all right, well, you know, things fade so quickly now. Where it's, you know, people, you got to keep their attention on shit, I guess.
I
mean,
think
if you want-
playthroughs are more important in the underground extreme metal shit because most people are saying, is it really, did you really play it in the studio? You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a new elitist thing.
So
They're just going like,
I think
"Fucking, was
that
recording
literally
magic?"
is how playthroughs were born, is so many people saying, prove it,
Yeah.
you know?
And they could just put it through a DAW and then like correct everything and then like fucking and make it sound.
And then you
like
got dudes that prove it, and you're like, oh shit, that motherfucker is sick, dude.
yeah. No, definitely. It's an interesting time for musicians. I think that's the best answer is just fucking tour. Give them live music, give them experience.
Yeah.
They can't be in their phone in front of, and they just have to fucking they have to deal with it.
I remember.
Yeah, you just give them a live experience, make it, you know, kind of last, or just like have a thing maybe, you know, like we do a thing where like every time we play live, we just backlight. We don't have any front lights on us, and we have like some fog, so we're kind of silhouetted while we're up there, and you know it's usually just red, you know, like, and that helps out with like an experience because you're kind of creating an experience. Like when people see you, they're gonna remember that that's what it looked like, and you know, I just think little things like that are important, and it kind of adds to like the overall professionalism of it as well.
Yeah.
So.
We've seen some fails. Anthony and Joseph and I have seen some fails of people trying to do like a stage show that was just like, it's like art, and it was just a guy eating a box of pizza. Remember?
Yeah. He was laying in a hammock.
Before Cynic and Atheist.
And I mean, the music was sick. It was his. He was
playing music that he made, electronic music that he made,
But-
right? And he was eating pizza in a hammock the whole time. And I'm like, that's funny, but I don't want it to go down this road. Like, don't do this to us.
It was. I see the statement that he's making though, because he was probably playing it from his phone. So he's showing the lazy person laying in a hammock eating pizza, just doing things from your phone type thing,
hitting play.
But his music was
DJing.
actually interesting. If we're going to talk about drum and bass stuff, a lot of weird drum and bass electronic music that he was playing, but he just sat there and enjoyed his pizza for a half an hour or 20 minutes or something, and we just sat there and watched him rock back and forth while playing some
which is actually pretty funny now.
Intelligent dance music.
Yeah. I don't want that to be a thing, is all I'm saying. But I want that guy to keep doing it. But that's about it.
I'd much rather him, like Otto von Sirach, like we saw that dude open up for Igor, and he was.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He was getting down the whole fucking set and made it a real show, and DJ'd the set for real, instead of just pressing play and
maybe fucking program a light show or something, dude.
Yeah, no,
just a light show. You're laying in a hammock, but it's like going crazy, just
cool.
lights.
And then Igor
I'm looking at some
headlines, dude, and we were just. I had a big. Deep experience that night, dude. I love that night, dude.
Yeah, I could see the statement of the pizza guy though, because like I've seen a video of like 3 famous DJs on stage at the same time, like Steve Aoki and like Diplo or something, and they're all just turning these like useless knobs at, like for no reason. And like the video even points out like there's no reason for him to be doing that. Or
Yeah,
like
to look busy.
yeah, that's just like
look busy. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just fucking with the contour knob the whole time. He's like a little less.
But if there's enough,
Like,
if you have your build-ups and your breakdowns at specific points throughout the set, it doesn't matter to the people in the audience. You know,
nah.
you got to have that wherever the snare gets faster and faster. Oh, rolling, stop, breakdown.
Did that come from?
Yeah.
Do you guys think that a lot of that EDM stuff came from like hardcore and metalcore breakdowns, like the build up to the hardcore? Because I felt like that EDM exploded after a lot of the hardcore metalcore stuff, and I felt like it was the same kind of formula of like getting you, into it, dancing.
90s rave music is like way more like trancey and like it's like stays.
It became about the breakdown though. Like later on, it became like about a breakdown, like a build up, like shit, blah 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 blah, boom, boom, like it's kind of like I just see the kind of like maybe.
Well,
I mean, you could trace that back. That's just having the groove. There is the breakdown in all music if you really go back. So it's just like, I don't know. You got to have that groove. And
I think tension and release is like sort of a natural human experience, in a lot of things. So it's like,
and if you can organize your tension and release because you can't step outside the realms of knowing when the tension and release is going to happen, then you listen to that stuff. And then if you want the tension to be a surprise and the release to be a surprise, you go down these paths and find a dissonant death metal or something else like that where I want to be surprised.
Damn it, I was gonna try to find it.
Yeah. I know there's definitely some bands and like artists out there that just like stay in that tension realm and they never give you the like like there's some post metal bands that do that shit where it's like it seems like it's building up the whole time and it's really ambient and you're like, please just hit that fucking heavy note and hit a goddamn cymbal, please. And then like and then and they just it never happens and you're like, fuck. Yeah,
it's kind of like it's like a movie because we're so used to movies ending with a kiss or something dumb. But like, I love the movies where like the guy gets killed at the end, it just ends. And you're like, what the fuck? Like I love that's like my whenever a movie ends like that, I'm just like, for whatever reason, I'm always like, fuck yeah, dude. That was.
I mean, that's why I love Lynch so much, dude. Just because you're left with so many questions unanswered and new questions after the very last scene. And you're just left with a what the fuck, dude? You left me. You dropped me off in the middle of fucking nowhere, dude. I don't know where I'm going now. How am I going to get to the next gas station? I don't have my phone's not charged. You left me in the fucking cornfields, dude.
Yeah.
But that's kind of sick.
So you guys like Slayer, or let's keep the conversation going. Joseph, go.
It didn't stop. It never stopped. Joel, dude, we've done this storyline. We've done it for 183. Listen,
Joel's really nervous about
as soon as he hears anybody not talking, he starts to freak out. and that was like that was like a half a second that nobody was talking. He was like,
"No, I have an
keep
issue."
The conversation going. Slayer.
I have an issue, just like when you hear dead air when you listen to a podcast, it kind of. I give a fuck when I'm a fucking listener. You son
You're
of
not
a bitch,
listener.
aloha,
You're a
Cali
host of the
Death
show.
Piece of shit. I'm just kidding.
Kelly Death piece of shit.
Damn.
That's what it's come to, guys.
We always work through some shit on the show. So
it's friendship, dude.
Yeah,
it's hard.
There's no band meetings. We just have them live.
Yeah,
band meetings like we're a band.
Yeah,
it kind of are.
Well, I guess I had a follow up for the idea of like maybe trying to go pro or at least take it like on the road more and more. And then the pandemic interrupting that, and you mentioned like a Vitriol tour that didn't get to happen, but that was like around that that 2019 album, the Entropy record, right? Curse
Yeah.
of Entropy.
Yeah, that was a
Um,
huge fucking.
Yeah, so I remember that one just releasing and seeing the artwork everywhere. I wanted to ask about the artwork, and then whoever you've worked with since. Joel, can you pull that art for me? The Curse of Entropy, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Keep talking,
Yeah.
man.
Who made that one?
It's Carlos.
So we found this artist in Carlos Agraz.
Mhm.
He made that.
Oh damn.
Okay.
Uh,
But
Is he,
every record has been a different artist.
Here,
Okay.
different country. Where is he from?
It's from Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I just think like this is just seared into my memory when this album dropped out. I'm like, that's like the coolest album art ever. Like it's
Yeah,
so
there's a
sick.
full thing
Thanks.
right there. That thing's crazy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Right here.
Joel.
Yeah,
do
it
you
goes.
see it?
It's actually longer than.
Yeah. It's,
oh,
it's
wrong one. Shit.
second row.
I
Second.
clicked a link and it went to the full screen of it on another tab, and it only does one tab at a time. So I was zooming in all sick on it. And it looked fucking red. And you guys were just like, "Yeah, it's right there, dude. You can click on it." I'm like, God damn it. This is what I had zoomed in.
Chomping, gnawing. The
There it
scenario
is.
you were
I
talking
know.
Oh
about.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking reviews. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I read this review. I remember this one. Totally.
that's sick.
But that artwork is so savage, dude.
That is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
cool.
He definitely killed it, and yeah, it was. We did not expect it to come out like that. So
Yeah.
Can you explain the title and the artwork, how it relates to it and stuff like that?
yeah. So the Curse of Entropy is just, entropy. I mean, there's so much to talk about with that, but during the time, it's like we all had a lot personally going on in our lives, and that weren't necessarily good, and entropy is kind of what the second law of thermodynamics and entropy are what stop us from like traveling backwards in time. That's like one of the things in physics that stop that, and also just the idea that like everything is just eventually going to crumble and fall apart. That's just the natural order of like how the universe works, and we were kind of invested in that lyrically, and I just I'm really into space and like black holes, and I have a black hole tattoo on my hand, so I just kind of had this idea where I wanted something ripping itself open to reveal a black hole or some sort of space anomaly, and he came up with that. So
Can you show your tattoo again?
yeah.
Oh,
That's sick.
It's by my buddy Austin, Black Thumb Tattoo on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
Very sick.
That's cool. I mean, entropy and stuff that kind of relates to the style too. It's like it's more like randomness, and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Just never know what to expect, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, you never know what to expect, but you also do. Like that it's just, if things are left to the way they are, it's gonna get worse. So
It's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. So that's kind of
People are
that
gonna
was
die.
Yeah, people are gonna die.
Things suck. Yeah, and
things suck. I want that. That's a band name.
yeah. And Phil, I mean, yeah, and we also talked a lot about absurdism and nihilism and shit like that philosophically. So, and just how nothing fucking matters overall, and we're all heading to the same place.
You know what's rad when you have the mindset of when you have the mindset of things suck, is that when things are kind of okay, then that's sick.
Yeah, you're like,
they're not sucking. You're like,
this doesn't suck.
This doesn't. That's like tell your favorite band you saw them live and you want to tell them like, dude, you don't suck, dude. It's fucking red.
Yeah.
that's like the compliment.
That was just mid, dude.
That was a great record. That was my first record I did with them.
Yeah, that was when you joined. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was. There was a lot that went into that one.
Errol, what are you gonna say? You look like you're
I
hopping
would
in.
not advise anyone to name their record "The Curse of Entropy" because that's exactly what it becomes.
Oh shit!
Don't do it.
No,
Yeah,
dude.
band's gonna be like, "Fuck you."
Manifested cursed.
Oh, dude. There was a lot of shit behind, like, just, yeah, it fucking sucked. Yeah. It was awesome when it finally came out, you know, because it kind of, I would consider that the record that really put us in people's, like, thoughts, you know, like, people were like, oh, shit, this is a band. But other than that, like, the process of recording and creating that record, there was a lot of shit going on, you know?
Yeah.
Even actually, to kind of tie it back to the question about the artwork, I feel like Carlos invested himself really deeply in the process of making that art, and to the extent that like Drew, the guy who runs Translation Loss, was telling me like, hey man, where's this artwork? Because like the deadline had passed and we still didn't have it, and I was basically like, he's still doing it, you know, it's not done. Like, and I had to kind of like be the middleman between those two. And I could tell that like Carlos is really like, you know, going in and like kind of giving it his all. Like, it's not like he wasn't like fucking off and just like kicking his feet up. He was definitely like suffering like we did, like for the record and the artwork of the record. And it was literally until even like the artwork was done, it was arduous and like kind of a, I don't know, like I got the sense that it was like a cathartic experience for him to do the artwork, and I think that reflects in it. And I'm super grateful that he kind of like went to that extent for it, because I don't think it's, you know, you can like hire an artist to do stuff, but like you can't really ask them to go as, you know, to truly go as far as they're willing. Like, that's really on them. And I think I really feel like you did. So
nice.
Yeah, I mean, you could commission some art from an artist that has nothing to do with the vision or concept that you have for the album. So having an artist come in and really work with your, you know, what you guys envision is the visual representation of this record, that's how you're going to get the best, you know, possible outcome.
Yeah.
I mean, guessing death metal though too, commissioning random art still kind of works. You could always eventually maybe be like, oh yeah, we can tie this into what we've been talking about, this and that with the concept.
Yeah, I think that you know, there's times where you see art and you feel like it matches the album. You know, it's like they didn't really think that was, you know, they had a different thing in mind when they drew it and stuff, but you had a different thing in mind when you were writing it or playing it.
And that's just like putting songs into the world.
Like synchronicity. It's like synchronized, finding another human that like has a visual thing that you're for your music. Like,
and it's a different
it goes both ways.
Yeah, you could not know at all. That you could just go into it listening to the music and be like, oh, this artwork works perfect with this, but then get the backstory and realize it had nothing to do with the music or whatever. I think the new Odious album art actually works with what we're talking about. So
yeah, we got to work with the artists and do stuff. Throw them a concept and just give them basically concepts and song titles and stuff, and he got to just basically run with it, you know. And I think that's like the most fun as like a band, to like give artists your concepts and everything. Like, boom, there you go, dude, draw it up. You know, it's like
what they do, you Rolly and Justin just kind of let
I mean,
do their thing.
There's also like a level where I just kind of want to let them like trust them, you know?
Yeah.
And not like scrutinize or like talk too much about it. Like, because in the past I have done that where it's like, oh, that's not really what I'm looking for. And then the artist ends up just fumbling and like the art comes out shitty, you know. Whereas like if you kind of just trust the artist's vision, because they're never gonna know exactly what you want, you know, in your head. So like trusting their talent is something that I believe in also, and just kind of being like, we send them a couple demo tracks. Here are some lyrics. Here's like a general idea of what we want, and just go with it, you know. And I think that like with the newest art, that's kind of the approach I took, and he fucking killed it. So
Nice.
Awesome.
yeah.
Hey, Errol, I'm gonna let you know that you're a little quiet. So like sometimes people can't hear you and then they talk over you. So it's not. I've noticed that a couple times today where like you're talking and then someone else talks and you're like, oh okay, well I'll go ahead and step back. I think it's your mic's a little quiet. So scream at us.
No, not scream. He can go into a settings.
Oh, he can scream.
We're
No,
almost
yeah, we can
2
scream.
hours in, and we're doing technical shit now.
He's the
But what were you gonna say
loudest in the band.
as well, Errol, on that art subject? I saw you had something to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, Justin basically said what I was gonna say, but our approach has always been to just kind of find an artist that we generally like what they do. Like we just generally like their aesthetic and broadly their tendencies, and then we just find an artist that kind of we like that already, and then hit them up and give them kind of a seed and like some general direction, and then just let them do them. Because like, you know, I don't think any of us are particularly like visual artists. At least I don't consider myself one. So like, I'm not gonna like contact some dude and then breathe down his neck. Like, you know, like, you know, the reason if I was good at that myself, I would just do the art myself.
Yeah,
right. We did have to breathe down Parr Olofsson's neck because the first one he drew for us, it looked like a butthole.
Yeah,
it was like a it was basically an implosion going into like kind of like like a black hole kind of thing. But it was like just it was a sick drawing, and it looked like just like a butthole. It was going into a butthole.
First
Like,
cryptic.
can you fix the butthole?
Because the land and like materials were being sucked in from the outside, but it looked like the ripples of a puckered butthole. And
I started laughing the second I saw it. I'm like, "Fuck, dude, we have to tell him, dude. We can't." There's
no denying it, guys.
Oh,
I know Parr. I'm familiar with Parr.
That was for our cryptic album.
Oh, I found it.
07.
I found
the original. Oh,
yeah, because
it
was my
we're about to show the first.
It was my
draft,
cover on my
dude.
Facebook for like a year or two.
Oh, dude, we got to show the.
It was this butthole right here.
I remember that album, dude. I remember listening to this
now
album.
if you look at that album,
like the veins
now,
and
that
it's got like an explosion there.
That butthole is not there. I think it's more gaping and less ripples.
No, it's got like an explosion there. It's got like a little like a fireball kind of there. Is there?
That's crazy how much.
But it's a lot, so much detail into that butthole though, that like I felt bad like to tell him to like, dude, can you cover all that detail up so it's not a butthole? But like he worked his ass off.
And actually, I that is not the first draft. He had multiple drafts before that were
less buttholey.
And that's the thing, guys. When we were saying we have all these ideas, we didn't have this idea to where it was going to be like we want the black hole at this position, this, that, and that, whatever. It is just giving your vague idea, and you're giving an artist a seed, and you're shining that idea through that artist's prism, and whatever comes through that prism on the other side is what you're hoping will work with your original idea. If you stay true to the original idea, then it's all going to work out. And the original idea didn't involve a butthole,
This is where it ended up. So the butthole got filled. It got filled.
There it is. Nice. It's just the butthole had some fiery diarrhea. That's what we.
It's like it turned into a volcano butthole, like a Taco Bell butthole.
I remember this album though. I remember listening to it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
We're doing the true follow-up to it. We did Synesthesia, but this is the true sequel to Cryptic. We find out what's
Nice.
on the other side of that fiery butthole.
All right. What's up?
Yeah.
What about Finite and that art, which is also really cool? Who did that one?
Oh shit. I don't know. I forgot his name. You guys
Good old
remember?
Frank. I don't know.
Damn. It's cool.
Oh, that is cool artwork.
Frank Smith.
Damn it, who did? Dude, I'd have to look it up. I'm on my phone though.
Justin
Let's see.
found him.
Yeah, I did find him. He's
Yeah, I
from
got
the
it.
Middle
Joel, I'll
East.
share it.
It's
You got-
Mark
yeah.
Erskine.
There you go.
Mark Erskine.
Yeah, Erskine Designs. Yeah,
Erskine
yeah.
Designs.
Oh, there it is.
yeah,
Sick.
Fuck yeah.
yeah. He was so rad to work with too, because he was so professional and just immediately. I just told him kind of what we wanted, and then boom, he had it.
Yeah, he
Yeah, this-
nailed it, man.
This entity is fucking cool.
I know, it's trippy.
There's actually Sisyphus pushing the boulder up the hill in the background. If you like zoom
Yeah.
into the
If
right.
you can zoom in enough, you can find his.
Oh,
ass.
right here.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's Sisyphus?
Oh,
It's
dude.
just
Did I just open the
just,
can of worms right by asking that?
No, I thought it was
That's an
STD,
Easter
right?
egg. So
No.
here's, just since I have it, this is the new art, right?
yeah,
You can
That's
see
sick.
There.
Damn.
yeah.
the black
That's
hole, dude.
Paul. That's Paul Carrick, and he's from Boston. He's an interesting dude. He doesn't have a cell phone apparently. Because we were like, do you want us to pay you? Sure, you want us to pay you through PayPal? Because like they take money, and we have Venmo. We can do it another way. And he's like, well, I don't have a cell phone, so we were
Just
like,
email.
all right, yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
Bill Murray. You got to leave a voicemail and hopefully he calls you back.
He's like, here's my address. Send me a check.
But he was cool, and I'm still in touch with him. I just let him know that because we've actually had this artwork for the first time for like over a year, and because in the past we've had artists like go over the deadline, and we were like, fuck, so we didn't want to do that again. So we've had this art forever, and it actually got to the point where he was bugging me like, did I put this in my portfolio yet? And I'm like, no, it hasn't been announced yet. So, yeah.
What about for this this album? Like, what was the inspiration behind this one?
I was waiting for this. That's the Filipino Weezer, right?
Yeah,
It's
it is.
fun.
Filipino cheese. Like,
It's funny because that band is so much more famous than we are, dude.
They're
it
the
really?
most
Okay.
famous.
Yeah, they're
like,
so
dude, they're signed to,
famous.
like, Warner Brothers.
They should just call
Yeah.
them Grill now. They should call them Grill now. Like they're
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you got to explain. I can do it, but I want one of you guys to explain Sisyphus to Anthony. So
Yeah,
explain like you're stoned.
as I'm getting right now.
Yeah, but
Getting ready for Sisyphus.
All right.
right now.
Well, Sisyphus is like, he pushes a boulder up a hill just to watch it fall back down to the base again. And then Albert Camus, a philosopher, said, you have to imagine Sisyphus happy, which kind of translates to this idea that we understand that our life begins and ends, and those 2 points in our lives don't really matter. You have to it's the journey in between them that actually matters. So like the present is the most important.
Totally. So where does that originate though? Sisyphus.
It's an ancient Greek myth,
I
or
was
is
gonna
a
say,
Yeah.
like
Greek
mythos.
figure.
Yeah,
Very
Sisyphus
old story.
was
Yeah.
somehow cursed by the gods to have to do this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a punishment, right? He did something wrong.
Yeah. I don't really know what he did wrong, but it
I'm
is
trying
a
to
punishment.
remember. Yeah, it's like not
I'd
Prometheus.
imagine it's a punishment, or it might just be his bulking strategy. I'm not sure.
But I think also part of the Camus thing is like Sisyphus represents like everything we all do nothing we're doing is any better
Yes.
yes, in the grand scheme of things than pushing a boulder. Like making art, creating political systems, whatever. It's in the grand scheme, it's the same as pushing a boulder. It's just what you
Climbing
choose
Your
to do
ladders,
with your
goal is
life.
to
pushing a
get it
boulder.
to the top. If your goal is to get it to the top, it's not going to be easy.
Well,
But
it just
once you
rolls,
get it
bro.
to the top, you can't
It
wait
just
to roll
rolls.
it to the bottom.
Hey, Anthony, I feel like
Yeah.
4 out of 6 of the people in here have like gone to like college for a long time, and we're the dumbasses here.
Yeah,
I hear you, dude.
I feel like I'm kind of catching up. I'm hanging on somewhat, dude. But the professor said something else that also made it. When you said it started with an E, there was another word in there. I was like, now I got a new word that I got to ask about. Something new.
Emu.
Camus. Albert
Camus.
Camus.
He's a philosopher. That's a French.
Is that the
French
guy
guy.
that already rep?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the more interesting guys for sure.
Yeah, he's cool.
Had like a worldly life, like active in a bunch of stuff. You know, not like a ivory tower kind of philosopher. He was like,
No, he was actually from like, yeah, he was dope. Sartre actually didn't like him because Sartre was like the aristocratic guy who, you know, I don't know, borrowed a lot of ideas from like Heidegger and stuff, and whereas Camus just came from nothing. And
I think that
sick
being in the
philosophy.
present, like you just said, that's like the main thing that you learn from this is it's all about the journey, getting somewhere, but
Yeah.
being in the present. That's my number one mantra right now at my age is to be in the present and hear your dog at this moment right now. And but it really is true. Like the most valuable, you find the most value in existing when you actually are here now. You know?
Yeah, and the universe is cold and it doesn't fucking care what you think, and it's gonna continue to exist with or without you. So, you know, it's like we're all going to this fucking vast nothingness after this, you know, so we might as well like just be present while we're here.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Fucking party, dude, and find cool people to be present with, dude.
Yeah.
Like you guys tonight. I get to be present with you guys right now.
Hell yeah, man.
Do you guys know Oscar? He's just sitting talking about titties the whole time. Alejandro said Oscar, and I was like, "Oh, it's their friend." So I'll keep posting when he's playing. He's like, "Titties, I love titties."
He's on timeout, dude.
The chat is on fire right now, dude. These guys are super cool.
Fuck yeah.
My favorite was how he said Sartre, and he's also like, and then the next one he's all James Hetfield, dude.
Can I look at the chat? Do I just press the chat button?
There should be
there's maybe
comments. There should be a comments
to my screen to the right. If you'll see it.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, everybody, speak up. Let's hear you guys right now. Everybody's going off.
Yeah. Let the chat go off. I'm very pissed.
Oh, there's Ernie.
I have to take a piss.
Oh, yeah, there's Ernie. Yeah.
There we got some homies.
That's what's up, dude. Yeah, it's always cool to have some homies in the chat.
Big B, dude. Big B's in there. Shout out Big B.
So we also did. We also are in a collective with Big B, which is Zompantli. It's like a Death Doom, kind of arsenal. It's like indigenous, American kind of.
He just had a record come out on $20 spin.
Yeah. We just had a record done out there on $20. It's called Beating the Drums of Ancestral Force.
Yeah. So how many people are in that band?
9.
9?
Yeah. 3 of us.
Yeah.
Us 3 actually.
Yeah, 3 of us.
Were included. Yeah. We all did a part. I did the drums and some percussion stuff, some vocals. Rolly produced it and also did vocals, and Justin as well. Yeah, there it is.
Here's the page for it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this album's cool, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's got
Shout
more
out
of a,
Big B.
Yeah,
Beat
Yeah.
Drums
we're
of
also
Ancestral Force.
brewing-
Damn, that's a sick fucking name for an album too.
yeah, man. Check
Yeah,
it
that's
out.
a sick
You guys-
album.
Check it
Okay,
out if you guys
here's-
are into it, man. But look at yeah, there's everyone that had a hand in it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun making that thing, dude.
So it's not like Slipknot where they're all 9 of you guys on stage at the same time.
No, it is.
No, it is. We are.
It is.
Okay.
That's
And
the
that-
idea. Is like it's kind of like a ceremony kind of vibe. Like
Damn.
That's super sick. So it's you guys mixed with members from what other bands?
there's
Justin from Dead Heat's in it. I mean, Big B, he's in Zavala. I don't know who else.
Siverus,
Oh, you got Lord Fowl from
Oh yeah, Lord Fowl from
Yeah,
Siverus.
Siverus.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. I mean, and you guys are just from the same kind of local bubble scene,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
dude.
Yeah, Rolly and I have known Big B for a really long time, actually.
Yeah, like, fuck, I've known Big E for like 23 years. Like,
Yeah.
literally since we were teenagers.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that type of stuff, dude.
These guys
See-
catch riffs.
Who is this? Who is it?
Fuck yeah, dude.
This guy's been fucking amazing.
That's good.
That's the comment
Shout out.
of the night right there.
Is it Nexus? Yeah.
Nexus DK, shout out.
Sick.
But yeah, no,
you
I
know
really
who it
appreciate.
is? I
Who
don't.
is it? No, what the fuck? What kind of name is that? It's so fucking
Is that
internet, dude.
Sean or Doug?
That's a fucking Call of Duty game.
No, it's not either of them. They're lazy. They're not listening to this.
Watch it be Dan Kenny on a separate account.
He said
Nexus
close. He said
DK.
close to Sean or Doug.
What about
Shug,
so
Don.
Errol,
Chuck.
so are you produced this album, you recorded and did it? I mean, are you have a studio, right? Is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Wait, you're talking about the Zompantly record or the Teeth record?
Well, I mean,
All
I'm
of
asking
it.
about your studio basically.
He does it all.
It's in Santa Ana. I used to actually split it with another engineer, Roger Camaro, but he has moved up to Oregon. So as of like past 2-ish years, it's just mine really. And yeah, I mean that's like my main thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you like you're like a full-time studio engineer and producer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sick.
That's my main thing. I teach like teach privately guitar, drums, bass, whatever. I do that like 2 days a week, but the rest of the week it's the studio. That's
Is that
my main thing.
full time work? That's just
Yeah.
music. That's awesome, man. You made it.
Yeah.
You made it work.
Yes, indeed. It
That's
is
awesome.
possible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen some cool like lanes of people have taken to make a living and do it, not have to have the job on the side, but keep it all music. And you're able to, like, when a tour comes, like, guys, I'm going on tour because stopping music lessons because I'm going to play music. It's a lot easier for a lot of people that are involved with that to step away.
Definitely.
So,
Right.
other bands that have recorded with you? Any notable names, or is it mostly metal? Or
Yeah, I'd say it's mostly like metal, hardcore, punk, kind of like more, I don't know, even some like ambient and like noise stuff, but it's mostly like in the heavier realms. Like, shit, my God.
Mortal Wound.
Yes,
Yeah, he did
Mortal
Mortal
Wound.
Wound.
Who
Okay.
the bass player of Teeth is the guitar player in, and I actually used to play drums in that band originally. But yeah, I just did their record. Fuck, put me on the spot.
Swamp Beast.
all right.
Yeah, Swamp Beast.
Yeah,
You got
Swamp Beast,
red light
Beast.
anxiety.
Label Me.
All Out War.
Oh yeah, I've mixed for All Out War.
Okay.
Dude, like a lot of stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, a lot of bands.
What's BMP?
I didn't know there was a studio in Santa Ana doing heavy music. I didn't know about that. That's cool.
I think he meant BPM. Wait,
He
what?
said
Oh, that's
BMP again.
Anthony. That's Anthony Scalise.
Oh.
That's who that is.
Oh,
Yeah, that's who that is.
We figured you out,
You got
motherfucker.
him. You got him.
Yeah, dude.
Sick
Got him.
first name, dude.
I gave him his last name too, dude. I know where he lives too.
What's the address?
Let's
dude?
put his address out right now.
Just completely doxed him.
Me and Joel were on the same fucking thing right there.
I support this.
Oh man.
That's
All right.
it.
That's what you get, dude.
All right.
If you blow up our chat, dude, we give out your address, dude.
That'd be the best if it wasn't him. It just wasn't him. You just give out Anthony's fucking address.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh man. All right. Indulge me more. Just I haven't asked or just mentioned how sick of a drummer Alejandro is. It's like
Hell
super
yeah.
fucking sick, super fast.
Yeah.
Well, I did say something. But shout out you, dude. Like you have a bunch of sick bands besides Teeth. Do you want to name? Well, we already just talked about
There's
shit. I can't.
Zompantli,
Zompantli.
yeah,
What else you
me-
got going on?
Me and Rolly have had another band called Dukas that will see the light pretty soon, which is more of a like I don't know how would you describe it, Rolly, like more hardcore kind of based.
What's hardcore mean nowadays? Because I remember like when I was
Yeah.
coming out of the Slayer Sepultura mode, there was like Poison the Well and their breakdowns were hardcore. But I know there's hardcore punk before that, so I always get confused of what the definition of like hardcore in 2024 means.
Could
It's,
be kind of either.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I think in the way Alex is saying it is more like it's kind of more groove or like breakdown oriented.
Okay.
But I mean, it could also refer to the more like punk. I mean, that's kind of like the older
Punk
school
style.
meaning
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
I mean, in metal we have disso, gent, everything, but like hardcore is just like whatever. It could be like 9 different styles.
Punk,
Dude.
the hardcore is just a timeline thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Big time.
We don't
Yeah.
we don't touch hardcore. We don't multi-genre genre lies. Is that a word?
Multi-generalized.
Is
Is that a word? Hey, chat, is that a word?
Multi-generalized, dude.
Genre lies?
Generalized.
Dude,
That's what you
I'm just
just
creating
said.
words, dude. I know, I'm trying to make up words. But no, it's like, but as far as like, like I said, hardcore could mean like an era that's like in the fucking 80s, or it could mean like 2024. It could mean like a punk rhythm. It could be a chunky rhythm. It could be a completely low tuning band. It could be like a E standard band. It seems
As long
like
as
it's
it
not broken
sucks. No, I'm just
down.
kidding.
Jesus.
I'm talking about shit, but I like it.
Hell yeah.
No, I think that's all been absorbed by hardcore. Like punk is like 80s style hardcore, and then like
He said probably.
what did I say?
No, sorry, I was talking about that.
The genitals.
Yeah.
Genitalize.
All right.
But I mean, there's definitely a I just want to take this seriously. There's definitely a different like aesthetic to playing hardcore versus like death metal. Like you think about it differently. Like if I don't play hardcore, but if I were to, I would like set up my kit differently. I wouldn't use as many things.
You're right.
It's I could totally see the difference as like a musician. So
it's not a style of music. It's more of a style of presentation.
it's a culture for sure. There's a music to it as well, but the culture is a bit different from like metal culture. They're separate cultures.
Yeah.
I'd say the vocals have maybe the biggest to do with it. Like different, like usually I would consider stuff that's kind of more of like a mid-range scream tends to be more, or higher kind of vocals tends to land more hardcore, like, or metalcore. But once you start doing like really low vocals, now it's becomes more death metal or maybe deathcore. But there's like, I don't know. There's
I'd say
so much
drums too.
crossover and like cross pollination over time. even sometimes a band might sound pretty much like a thrash band or almost like an old school death metal band, but the members in the band and like who they kind of like associate with are more hardcore or in the hardcore scene, and then therefore the band is perhaps more hardcore.
And therefore,
So it's
that's
kind
what
of
the
vague,
bands
and
they
it can be a
play
few
with
things.
those style of
Yeah.
bands. Like they play with more of those style of bands, and they're in that scene.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's a great explanation. Okay, I always was confused by that because when I was a kid, hardcore was like dun 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 dun. You know, I thought it was breakdowns, and then finding out about like learning about all the early hardcore punk and stuff, I was like, well, where the fuck is the line? Like, what? There are two different genres of for me to listen to as a human being. There are two completely different styles of music. So to call them both hardcore, I would, distinguish. Anyways, so the band that you were playing in Alejandro.
Yeah, we did a
Nice,
record.
you brought it back.
Yeah, we did a record. It's actually more death metal, hardcore. Like it's like it's a mix of shit. It's like there's some like Meshuggah, mathy, nerdy shit in there too, and that'll see the light of day soon too.
Oh yeah.
What else? I don't know. Yeah, this is Don Pontley. Obviously, Keith is the main squeeze.
Nice.
But yeah,
He has a sick post rock band called Karas that he should talk about.
yeah, well, it's kind of it's in the
How do you
back
spell it?
burner. It's Karas, but it's kind of like post metal, kind of like I don't know if you ever heard of this band, Lantlos.
Yeah.
So like very much like this band, but like more technical and kind of mixed with like Fallujah or something. Like,
Nice.
But yeah, that was actually my high school baby. That we played shows. That's actually how my name kind of got around and how I met these guys. I think right from Steve. Steve is the one who who recommended me because I played with his band called Destroy Judas a handful of times, and that's kind of how my name got thrown when they needed a drummer for the new record that they were working. And I was actually on my way out of metal. I was kind of over it, like I played in this technical death metal band called Cerebrus.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they were really, really sick, but like I don't know, some things just kind of just weren't going and moving the way I wanted to. So I was like, man, I'm gonna just start like this hiatus coyote, like an electronic, like new R&B thing. And I was in college at the time, and I was like, man, I know all these sick cats. Like, I'm just gonna do this. And then out of nowhere, I get a message from fucking Rolly, like, hey, dude, you want to try out for my band? And he shows me the Curse of Entropy, and I'm like, holy shit.
Hold on, wait. I want to interject.
Yeah.
This is a fun moment. So I actually hit him up, and I actually asked him if he was interested, and his first response was basically like, no. And then I think he actually listened to it, and he's like, hold on.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's all I want to say.
That's right.
Yeah, because like I said, I was like in a totally different, I was obsessed with like Chicoria and like Thundercat, and like I was like, man, like I'm gonna infiltrate this scene. Like I need to, LA's right here. Like I'm gonna do that. And then Roller just hits me up, and then
I think once metal puts its hooks in you, dude, they're there for life, dude.
I grew up with
Scorpion.
death metal. Like one of the first records I tried to wrap my head around on the drum set was like fucking death, like symbolic, Gene Hoglan. And
I was just talking to my uncle this weekend, and I was like, what are you listening to right now? And he's like, oh, dude, Ride the Lightning is just like my favorite shit. And but usually in those types of conversations over the years, it would be something different. And I'm realizing that my uncle's going back into his metal shit again. And it just goes along with what I was saying. Once it's got its hooks in you, dude, it's coming back. No matter how far you orbit outside of things, you're gonna eventually be pulled back into the sun that is metal.
I mean, I was my junior year in high school. Shows my age. Like I was obsessed with the Faceless Planetary Duality.
Okay.
And I could barely play double bass at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna learn this fucking record, and I did. I learned the entire thing, like front to back. There's even a few nights where I like ran through the whole thing just nonstop. And I feel like because I learned that record, I was like, damn, like it's like a whole ass vocabulary that I like just kind of learned how to grasp, you know. And
Man,
then,
real fast on that, the melodic like post metal kick. Like, were you into the band Wrath? Did you ever check that out?
Yeah, is it WRV?
VTH?
Yes, dude. They were. I don't know what happened to them, man. But yeah, that was around the time I was like doing the Karas thing. They kind of were touching those strings, like or tapped into like what we were trying to do. But yeah,
That's why I thought of them. Yeah, that I want more of that style. Like,
yeah, man. Yeah, there hasn't, like, obviously Def Heaven blew up and kind of grabbed that shoegaze, black gaze kind of. That sounds crazy.
Euroboric Forms has been with us. Euroboric Forms in the chat. Shout out. I'll give you that one real quick.
Ooh,
what do you like more?
Well, okay, so I was able to play Planetary Duality because it was easier for me to wrap around. But eventually, I started playing Epitaph. Yeah, I think I like Epitaph a little more now, just because there's like the Stillborn one, that song. And that's
You know what's funny is that you were
for the
about...
listeners, real quick, he was just put on the spot: Planetary Duality versus Epitaph.
What do you like more? Yeah. It was funny because we were talking about moving genres and stuff, and you're like, yeah, I had to like move out of tech death, like you're like it was a city you were in, or like a
yeah. I mean, it was a fucking it was a mindset,
Yeah.
Like, I was just like always searching for like the most technical, the most brutal, the fastest, like.
Yeah.
Like eventually, I was like, I just want to feel good, dude. Like,
yeah.
How do I just as a drummer, I was like, how do I just make this shit feel good? And that's kind of where I'm still looking for, No matter what's thrown my way, I'm like, let's just make this shit feel good,
100%. No, that's like it's you get overwhelmed with the beginnings of getting into metal and stuff, and then like what's crazier, and then like before you know it, you're just like, fuck, I need to like chill the fuck out. This is like this is like I'm stressed now. Like I have like anxiety.
I'm like, I gotta learn this song now. Like,
yeah, God. And it's
you can also feel good being a masochist and taking some dissonant death metal, and
or you can fucking beating yourself band and just fucking jam the fuck out.
I know. I was so jealous, dude. I'm from Santa Cruz, where I grew up, so it's like reggae bands are just selling out, like local reggae band, like white kids in my high school were just like in a reggae band and selling out the biggest fucking venues in this place. Like,
stupid.
yeah, slightly stupid. I played a show with them. And Expendables,
that whole new wave of.
went to high school with like multiple of the Expendable kids, and
which is funny how much of an outcast Decrepit Birth and Odious were, because that was the vibe
of Santa Cruz scene,
of Santa Cruz was white boy reggae rock punk bands.
Like rich white boy reggae.
I absolutely reggae band in the era. We covered multiple Expendable songs. We were just like, they're the hometown heroes.
Yeah.
The chicks come to our shows, and I'm like, if I play death metal, I'm gonna have to give that up.
And that shows. I mean, also, there's a whole cultural thing of just like with reggae and stuff, and it was the popular music, and like I was like, fuck, I don't want to fucking do that. Like it's chill, it's whatever. Like as a kid, like when 98, whatever, when Sublime, whatever came out that album, I was like, it's a catchy album. I'm a kid. This is fucking great.
I love that album still.
But yeah, the fact that like the whole town, like every party you go to, is just that album playing for like 10 years.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, dude.
South Bay, you guys probably had it even harder.
Oh yeah. That shit is beaten into you, dude. It's like, fuck. Yeah, like, and I actually live in Long Beach now, and if you put Sublime on at a bar, they'll be like, nope, they'll fucking cut it, dude. Like, everybody's like, no, dude. Yeah.
What about with Rome, though, dude? I'm just kidding.
Well, dude, I actually met his son who's singing for the band now.
Yeah.
Because he used to he plays with this dude that I worked at. I unfortunately worked at Guitar Center for
I
a
did
stint,
too. Yeah.
and it sucks. And but anyways, he plays with this dude I used to work with, and it's crazy. Now he's like selling out festivals because he sounds exactly like his dad. So
I've watched some
Yeah.
videos, and it is
Yeah.
pretty eerie.
yeah, I played like Diablo with him one time.
That's pretty cool.
It's kind of a Max
But, yeah.
Phelps, Chuck Schuldiner situation, but
Yeah,
the fact that he's Brad's son gives it
Yeah.
a deeper little thing, you know.
I think it makes it cooler than the
I think
Rome
about-
thing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know
Rome
Rome
just-
was until like he was playing with Sublime.
Rome Sublime with Rome is a different thing. They shouldn't call it Sublime with Rome. It's not even like
It's like Cypress Hill
Sublime
with Rage Against the
sounding.
Machine or something. It's like
No, it's
Yeah.
more like Polynesian sounding reggae to me. The stuff that I've heard, you know, it's not that Long Beach white boy shit that we're talking about right now.
It's not. Yeah, it doesn't have that like punk element to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, at the time it was cool. Just like, but when you Long Beach, Jesus Christ, like that's just pummeled into your face. Is like the
Oh, dude, it
what
just
will
be
do
just
good.
the general.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the general South Bay. It's just like fucking beaten into you like your whole life, and eventually you're just like, I don't fucking care, dude. Like,
But we're examples of being in that environment and still being able to make something that, you know, it
We practiced
doesn't
down the-
necessarily
We
work.
practiced like 3
absolutely.
spaces away from Expendables. We were
Nobody's listening to Odious on the beach, dude. I
it
mean,
was
there's
memorable.
probably like one guy
That's a good way to put it, dude.
at the. There's probably one guy out of 8 billion people right now that has listened to Odious Mortem on the beach at some
He's
point.
like,
in
"This
their
is
dude,
life.
I would totally
Really
listen.
ties that statement together.
Dude,
I would totally listen to Odious on the beach, dude.
Dude, let's make that a thing, dude. When we drop the new album, dude, Odious
I
on the Beach
mean,
is gonna be a
just
theme
know
for
I
our merch.
recorded
Just have a listening party on the beach.
dude, Odious Bonfire sounds sick, dude.
Yeah,
Just
dude,
like-
a listening party on the beach would be sick.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be all of us in the band would collectively be like, "That's the sickest way to do a fucking listening party." dude."
I've definitely listened to Odious at the beach for sure. Probably a
I've
lot.
listened to Suffo at the beach. I remember actually me, Dan Kenny, and fucking Dusty Boisjoli, first singer of Severed. We would be on the beach listening to Pierce from Within around a bonfire.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can't do that anymore. Bonfires were a fucking thing back in the day. That was the shit. Just bring your wood and fucking burn a fire and bring a fucking. I had a little ghetto blaster that would play CDs, dude. Not even fucking iPod or anything. It was bring your fucking CD booklet, and we would just get drunk off of Red Hook ESBs and listen to fucking
Damn.
cool death metal, dude. And
Classy,
fucking
dude.
No, you got to go to the beach and listen to Despise the Sun, dude.
Well, the sun's
I'm
going
sure-
down.
dude. How sick?
That's sick.
Okay, now all of us are making a pact that before we die, we are gonna do this. Now, it has to be on your own. You have to be on a beach watching a sunset while you're listening to Despise the Sun, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Right now.
Man,
And
gonna say
as
because-
it's going down, you just yell obscenities at it, dude. Just fucking
Yeah.
despise you.
Fuck you.
Go away. Get the fuck out of here, dude. The
You're the
moon's
only
way-
reason why we're here. The sun's like the only reason
Yeah.
why humans are even here. We're like, fuck you, dude. Fucking get out of here. Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck your food that you've given us.
Over this shit, dude.
And how
We don't
actually
need
how
you
funny would it
anymore.
be if all of us were together? It's 6 of us on one beach, and then all of us are screaming at the sun while listening to death metal, and people are
Just
walking
talking
by,
shit on the sun.
dude. Just
Talking
don't
shit
look
on
at
the
him.
sun.
Don't make eye contact. You just keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, don't look directly at him while you talk shit, dude.
He'll get you back.
He might
dude.
hurt you.
No, and people walking by watching us do that, they would think we were escaped
You'd
from a
be
psych
arrested.
ward, dude.
Yeah. They'd be like, all these dudes are homeless, and they all did the same drugs.
Holy
well,
shit!
we're hitting 2 hours 30,
Holy
guys.
shit.
So
All right.
you've been
Yeah.
rocking with us for a good
Yeah,
long
you guys been
time.
fucking rad.
Yeah,
I haven't
dude.
laughed this much in a podcast in a while.
It's
Having
been a
a
really
lot of
fun
fun, dude.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been great. It's been great.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
start moving towards wrapping up then.
Yeah.
So what's
yeah.
so you guys are said you're planning. Oh, so actually, one question I want to ask quickly before we wrap it up is, are you guys the way you're kind of referencing touring and stuff? Are you guys on a label?
Yes, translation loss.
Okay,
Yeah.
definitely. You guys were kind of hinting at the no label life. So how
Yeah.
are you as far as like touring and stuff like that? Like, how do you have to book them? Do you have to hit your label up? Like, how does that process work? And are you guys? Yeah, go ahead.
They have they got us on the Decibel Beer and Metal Festival in 2021.
21.
Was that right? Yeah, that was when it
Yeah.
was. But like generally, no, we like book our own stuff. They don't do that aspect. They just handle the they make the vinyl and then they handle the distribution. But that's kind of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
If you guys know any booking agents, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know some. Yeah, I know some record labels, but I don't know.
Maybe,
Maybe rude to your record label. I don't want to be rude to your record label.
Yeah, be fun to do something with Lucy and Teeth at some point, like the one show we once did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We should combine forces more.
Yeah, we're always trying to, but we're definitely trying to do something. We just don't have. Oh, after this show with Bearing Teeth, actually,
Yep.
we don't really have anything big planned, but we plan on doing something for sure. So we're just kind of trying to find the means to do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Obviously, our bass player,
Fuck yeah, man.
Pete's in Mortal Wound, who's pretty busy too. So go check him out if you can.
If
Yeah,
there's a
no,
big tour though, just put a bass track in. And fuck 'em. No, I've always been that guy too. I'm like I play bass. I mean, Odious and stuff, and Decrepit play bass, and I was like, it doesn't really matter that much. I don't know. Like, I mean, I love the bass and stuff, and I do think it's sick. But I'm like, if you have like a bass player is really busy, I'd just be like, do you mind if we just put an effect on our guitar or the
Plug you in.
I wouldn't take any offense to that.
I mean, with Diego and the Discord set, we did the last show in Switzerland without a bass player, and the crowd didn't seem to mind too bad. So, but that's brutal technical death metal. So there, it's the bass player. It's really just doubling the guitar, and I think Teeth, it's probably doing its own thing more often.
Yeah, it's gonna have more of a value.
But, but we have Soria live with us for all upcoming shows. It was just this one he couldn't do, but we just pulled it off without him. But
I've seen like Sleep Terror do, not Sleep Terror, Brain Drill when they broke up on tour. It was Jeff Hugel and Marco, Lord Marco, with no guitar and no vocals.
Damn.
It was
vocals.
No, it was vocals. It was vocals.
Drum and
it was
bass?
no guitar, drum and bass and vocals, because the guitar player had like a big issue. Something happened on the border or something, and there's a big story behind that. But they just
no
said, fuck
guitar
it.
is insane.
With Black Dahlia Murder, like sold out shows, just bass, drums, vocals, and I'm like,
That's
fuck
fucking
it, we're gonna
bold, dude.
Dude, that's like balls to the wall, dude. It's like, fuck it, we're fucking playing the show. We don't care if we don't have good, the main part of what this band is kind of based around. I mean, drums too, drums and guitar, but just having bass just going, blue, blue, And
I would
having
be the one guy in the crowd like, this is fucking sick.
Yeah, it's a one of a kind show.
Yeah.
Lately, drums and bass are my favorite thing. I kind of try and zone in on that specifically when I listen to bands now. The rhythm.
What about
section.
Omega amps, dude? Fuck you,
dude. Omega.
No, no. So as far as last question. Sorry, we'll end it with this. I'm nerding out on gear stuff. So in the studio, do those is that like for like a metal band? Do you think that's the best sounding amplifier you would use, or do you use multiple amplifiers, or what do you do? E-roll. I don't know how to say your name. It says E-roll on the screen. I
Errol.
keep forgetting.
Errol.
I mean, you got to be able to give me a little bit more specific on
style?
like what kind of metal. I mean,
Yeah.
are you saying death metal? Are you
It's
saying
sure death metal? Sure, death metal. We'll
Okay,
just do
death
death metal. Yeah.
See, it still depends. It's like, do you want
Are they
an old school
looser
death
amps?
metal tone?
Are they
like,
looser for like slower
No,
old school death metal? Okay, they're tight.
no.
Okay.
Opposite.
Okay.
They're tighter.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
like much more like, they kind of almost sound like there's a boost pedal type thing
Tightening
built
up all
into
the
the
shit.
voicing of the amp itself.
Oh wow.
So like,
Jesus.
yeah, so it's way more like tight and like definitely not loose. It's like very, very clear, and it's not gonna hide any like shitty technique. So like, if someone's like sloppy or if maybe just a looseness or being messy is part of the band's aesthetic, then like you don't want to use an Omega.
Okay.
Generally speaking, but like if you want precision and like clarity, it's your friend for that.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, just being that I don't play guitar, but like the bite that those things have are scary, dude. They're just
bite.
so tight.
Right,
And yeah.
So when you say clarity,
It's
like
fun, man. It's fun hearing them chug around. I'm like, it's like
God,
fucking,
how annoying if you guys get huge, dude. How annoying are the interviews going to be? Just like the teeth, and like you're gonna hear them a million times. Like all the like, dude, it's like, dude, are you chomping on the bit for fucking blah? You're like, Jesus fucking Christ. Dude.
I've held back so many times. I just held back right now. I almost made a stupid plaque joke. Like, when you,
like scrapes the plaque off the tone.
when he was saying clarity, I was like, when you mean clarity, like there's no plaque. He blasted the plaque. I was trying to figure something out. And then I was just like, you know what, dude? Too many of those.
Yeah.
But
you
it's
floss
fun,
away like the
floss away. It's like is your string tension like your floss, or I don't know. But I don't know. It's reaching. But no, dude.
Yeah. If this interview is anything,
got them all out.
Yeah.
Got them all out.
I'm sure there's more.
Sorry about that. I have
no, it's fine.
I need to get it all out.
Like, hate, yo. It's gonna come out soon.
According to Guttural, we said teeth 121 times and dissonant 457 times tonight.
Wait, hold on.
I don't think those numbers check out, but
it's not. He's probably not that far off, though.
I think dissonance probably in the 200 or 180s, and I think teeth is probably like in the high 90s.
We could chat GPT it and figure it out. We'll run the transcript.
Oh fuck yeah! Right after this bitch.
Dude, you guys have been fucking awesome though. I had such a fucking fun time. That was
this was fun.
Super.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate it, guys.
And you guys crushed it when we saw you live over in Santa Cruz and stuff like that. And hope to see you guys on more packages and stuff like that. And you guys are just moving up that old, pushing the stone up the fucking hill. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, there it is.
Exactly.
That's rad to see. Rad to see you guys doing this, and fucking come back. Let's chill, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fun.
We'll listen to Despise the Sun on the beach, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I think that I'm not joking about this pact. We have to do it either individually or together at some point.
Man.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it, dude.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
all right, man.
Yeah, let's plug all the bullshit. Battleforge Coffee, Generator Rehearsal Studios, Cali Death Podcast, Big Cartel. Joseph is playing places. He's got his album Last Lucy Godform. Go check that out. Buy it. Go buy a t-shirt too. For Teeth, what'd you say? Teethband.bandcamp?
Yeah, teethband.bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
And our Instagram handles Teethband. And The Will of Hate comes out August 30th, 2024. I mean, we're gonna be dropping singles throughout till then.
Nice.
So stay tuned. We got some playthroughs that me and Rolly did. So
Yeah, we got some playthroughs, possible music video coming up
Punch
soon.
out. And yeah, we got a
Oh,
music
yeah.
video as well. So there's
Nice.
gonna be a whole roll of shit coming. So
Fuck
And
yeah.
actually, the pact goes out to everybody else too. If you've been in this for as long as you have, you're now in the pact. You have to, at some point in your life, go listen to Despise the Sun, go yell at the sun on a beach. All right.
also check out Zompantly, beating the drums of Ancestral Force. That's another record that just dropped. Yeah, we'll be playing shows with that band as well soon.
Fuck
I
yeah.
should have put their logo on the flyer. Just
I know,
it's-
dude. I forgot to mention it, and yeah, my bad.
Yeah, it's all good. This episode was a long time coming because Alex hit me
It
up to do
was.
it. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
2 years
If
ago.
I remember correctly,
Yeah,
this one was way back in the day.
We
when
we
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when you guys were
We-
starting out, I was already like kind of like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
I know Joseph, because of last week's scene.
yes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we
So
all
it was
just got busy, and
3 years
Yeah.
in the waiting for the right time, and this is the right time. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
all right,
Good shit.
Let's
Let's do another one.
let's
Have a good night,
Yeah,
guys.
man. Maybe after the record, and see if
We'll
we got
rock
some
on
cooking.
and smoke some Sublime.
Everybody-